Vinod Manjari, Rupa Manjari, Raman Manjari, Kamala Manjari, Nayan Manjari, Ananga Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, Raga Manjari, Asta Shakti Vrinda ki jai. Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan ki jai, Anandakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Samgravata Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gaur Premanandi, Hare Krishna to everyone. Welcome to our third session of offerings to Srila Bhaktivedanta Gosvami Maharaj, who is in Brazil at the moment. And we are very fortunate to be gathered together to be able to glorify him on this day, to make the day auspicious, as he's making our lives auspicious through his dedication and through his Harikatha, through his kindness and through his generosity. So the sadhu's generosity is causeless, and it is endless, it is boundless, it is limitless. So we want to offer him something back for what he's giving us. I was thinking the shloka, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Shuvashena Amanina Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari. And this is the personification of Sri Guru. And this is also Siddha Pranali that Srila Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us, to be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. And I was thinking how Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj is just like that. He's more humble than a blade of grass and more tolerant than a tree. I have seen with my own eyes and heard with my ears how he is so tolerant. And even if somebody is criticizing him or saying something adverse, he will still listen and tolerate, and he will offer them all respect, regardless of what they are saying or doing. He is very tolerant in this way. He's very humble, as we know. Wherever he goes, whoever he meets, he has the same love and affection for everybody. So in this way, we're fortunate to have his association. And we will read a little bit from his Vyasa Puja book that he produced for Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj. If you have a copy, you can follow from page 20. In between certain speakers, we will read a little verse of the importance of Sadhu Sangha. So we would like to begin with Kunjeshwari Didi. She's going to do the Mangalacharan and also sing a Kirtan. And then we have a list of speakers. The first speaker is Leela Madhuri from UK. And then second is Sudevi Didi from India. Then Krishna Kripa Prabhu from Holland. Then Madan Mohan Prabhu, also from Holland. Then Shama Priya Didi from Holland, and Nayani Didi from the USA. And then after that, the seventh speaker is Damodar Prabhu from Holland. And just before that, we'll have a short video clip that he has produced. And last, we hope to also be able to fit in Kunjeshwari Didi again to make her offering. So welcome everybody. Please forgive us for our shortcomings, and we hope that you will be pleased with the offerings today. Kunjeshwari.
Yes. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Savagana. Excuse me, sorry, I will start from the beginning. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahakana Lalita Shri Visakam Vitamscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Gauraprashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Vana iti namine Vandeham Bhakti Chakoram Gauranga Preshtitam Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Vanam Namastubhyam Shri Radhaye Kanishtitam Rasayana Katamritam Sankirtanam Anandadham Gosvaminam Vanam Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana iti namine Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuga Prabharam Brajarasarasikam cha Narayanam Tam Prapanam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Preshtaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktidam cha Kripamurtim Narayanam Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksha Modarja Mudurja Gunaisha Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Shirasa Namami Namo Vishnupadaya Keshava Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Vamana iti namine Gaura Bhava Mayo Deha Ujjvala Rasa Bhavaka Bhaktivedanta Vamana Raga Bhakti Pravartaka Guru Dhamni Sevasu Vaishnave Sarvadamati Grante Bhagavate Shakshat Gosvami Vedante Rati Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Acharya Simharupine Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyana Keshava iti namine Atimartya Charitraya Svasritanam Chapaline Jivaduke Sadartaya Shri Nama Premadaine Gaurashraya Vigrahaya Krishna Kamai Kacharine Rupanuga Prabharaya Vinodati Swarupine Prabhupadantarangaya Sarvashadguna Shaline Mayavadattamognaya Vedantarta Vade Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshavanavi Devi Daitaya Kripavdaye Krishna Sambandha Vigyana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gora Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harini Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambodhe Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachitananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Parayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jaganatayate Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanayo Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Suratopangor Mama Mandar Gagvatir Gati Matsarvasva Padambujo Radha Madana Mohano Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumata Shrimat Ratnagara Simhasanasto Shrimat Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshtali Bersevya Manusmarami Shriman Rasarasarampi Vamshivata Tatastita Karshana Venusvanair Gopir Gopinata Shristuna Prendai Tulasi Devai Priya Vaikeshavasicha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namaha Panchatatvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavakaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And now we will sing the bhajan Ohya Vaishnava Thakura. The page in the small books is 39. Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori Diya Padachaya Shodohe Amare Tomara Charana Dori Diya Padachaya Shodohe Amare Tomara Charana Dori Jaya Vegadomi Jaya Dashashodi Jaya Guna Dehodase Jaya Vegadomi Jaya Dashashodi Jaya Guna Dehodase Jaya Satsanga Dehohe Amare Boshe Chisangera Jaya Satsanga Dehohe Amare Boshe Chisangera Ekaki amaro nahi paya bala Hari nama sankirtane Ekaki amaro nahi paya bala Hari nama sankirtane Tu कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीदी पर तुम्हारा शक्ति আছে कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीदी पर তোমার শক্তি আছে আমি তো কাঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলে দৈতব পাছে পাছে আমি তো কাঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলে দৈতব পাছে পাছে वैष्णव ठाकुर हे 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 वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर हे वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर की जय 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 श्री राधे श्याम.
Thank you very much for that offering. We'd like to invite our first guest, Leela Madhuri. Before we do, just as we said, we would speak from the first verse on page 29 of page 20 of the Vyas Puja book that Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj he offered to his Gurudev Srila Nityalila Vaishnava Mishnapada Sthitara Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj on the 14th of January 2010 when he was in Brazil at his Vyas Puja. So the first is that we are very fortunate because
Prabhu, you are muted.
You have to start again.
Sorry, we'll start again. We are very fortunate because we are discussing spiritual subjects. Most people do not consider that anyone may suddenly leave their body. Hence, we should all take shelter of a bona fide Guru. All things will be realized with the association of a high-class Vaishnava, Krishna's devotee. The third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, verse 25, states, Sattam prasangat mama virya samvida vantiritkarna rasayana katha tajoshanat ashva apavargavatmani shraddha arati bhakti anukramashyati. In the association of pure devotees, discussions of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. So, like this, we're very fortunate to have the association of Sripad Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj and the association of all the Vaishnavas as well. And we're fortunate enough to be able to hear Harikatha. Harikatha is not only about the pastimes of the Lord, but who is the Lord without his devotees. So we say that hearing the pastimes of the devotees of the Lord is the pastimes of the Lord. So if I would like to humbly ask Leela Madhuri Dini from UK if she could make her offering. We know Leela Madhuri from a few years. She has moved to the UK from Assam, and she's also very knowledgeable, and she's very kind-hearted. As I know when we visited her home in London with Sripad Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, and her daughter Shamila and her husband are both very embracing and open-hearted, warm-hearted devotees. So please, if Leela Madhuri Didi, if you could make your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, yes, we can.
Radhe Radhe. I am very thankful to Kunjeshwari Didi, Jamuna Didi, and Ananga Mohan Prabhu, and all the other Vaishnavas to invite me and ask me to speak today. Actually, I am very unqualified and nervous also, and very much fallen also. I don't know what to speak, but I will try. And I know whatever I speak, it is only by Gurudev's blessing and mercy. Ajnanatimidandesho Jnananjano Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yeno Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Namoyam Vishnu Padayo Gaura Preshtayo Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanto Vana Iti Namine Vandeham Bhakti Chakram Gaurango Nija Presthito Srimate Bhakti Vedanto Swami Vanam Namo Chatubham. First of all, I offer my Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to my Diksha Guru, Swami Sivananda Goswami Maharaj, and also offer Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to my beloved Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Vana Goswami Maharaj. And simultaneously, I offer obeisances to all the Guru Parampara and Acharyas and my dear God brothers and sisters assembled here. Please forgive me if I speak wrong. ব্রহ্মাণ্ড ভ্রমিতে কোন ভাগ্যবান জীব গুরু কৃষ্ণ প্রসাদে পাইল ভক্তিলতা বীজ. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it easier for the prospective devotees of the present age to do bhakti yoga. A sincere soul is helped by the Lord through meeting a bona fide spiritual master who is a representative of the Lord. By the instruction of such a spiritual master, one gets the seed of the bhakti. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that the devotee sow the seed of bhakti yoga in his heart and nurture it by watering of chanting and hearing the holy name, fame, etc. of the Lord. By systematic nurturing, the seed will sprout and creeper will grow and reach the fallen sky, Brahmajyoti, and go further and reach the spiritual sky. And above all of them is Golok Vrindavan. And the highest perfection of life is to enjoy life constantly in the association of the Lord. But it is very, very difficult, very difficult to reach that stage, Manusranam Saishtasru, out of millions of people, one can achieve that one. Because this samsar, this repetition of death and birth is compared to a forest fire. A forest fire takes place automatically without any endeavor, just by the friction of dried wood. And this fire actually only extinguished only by the constant downpour of the water from the cloud. And this cloud is compared to the mercy of Gurudev. And by the grace of Gurudev, the cloud of mercy of Krishna is brought in. And then only when the Krishna consciousness falls upon us, then the fire of material, suffering existence will be extinguished. So it is said in the Shastra that Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Loho Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi. Even by a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can achieve all perfection. Actually, there is no need material qualification for making progress for the spiritual realization. The only qualification is to surrender to Gurudev. We must submissively ask questions and serve him without false ego. Gurudev is bona fide representative of God. He is as good as God himself, and he is more kind and more easy to approach. A sinful soul cannot approach the Lord directly, but such a sinful soul can very easily approach a pure devotee of the Lord. Gurudev only wishes to welfare of the conditioned soul, and Gurudev is very sad. He is very saddened, by watching our suffering due to material attachment. He always worries to how to relieve. So we see how our beloved Gurudev Van Maharaj is traveling in this COVID situation also, just to help us, to teach us, to encourage us, to give powerful Harikatha day and night continuously, not bothering for his own health. So he is so full of kindness. full of compassion, because he is a dear parikar of Srimati Radharani, just as the father takes care of his children. Now I will tell how I met my beloved Gurudev. So I'll say some little. So I came to London actually in the year 2007, in the middle. So from that time, me and my daughter came to know Ganga Matas, and it is all happened by, Hari Guru and Vaishnava's mercy. And actually we took initiation in the 1998 in India, but when we came to London, so Ganga Matas have become a part of our family, and actually Vaishnavas are one family only. And 2008 or 9, I forgot, we attended a program in a big hall in London, which was arranged by Ganga Matas. And there I first saw my Gurudev. So Gurudev, yeah. So beautiful, so powerful kirtan, literally Maharaj was dancing back and forth, jumping on the stage. And followed by a nectarian Harikatha. I was mesmerized actually. It touched my heart. It was so powerful kirtan, so powerful Harikatha. I never heard, and because in those days I was just doing worshipping the deities, chanting, but no Harikatha listening, no scriptures reading much. So hearing Gurudev's Harikatha, which is full of so much nectar, full of Brajakatha, it melts my heart, I started reading. From that time, I started reading little bit books, but I didn't have much association with Gurudev, because Gurudev comes once in a year in London, and sometimes when he comes, maybe I will in India. But my mind was always restless to see him again and again. By the time, actually, my daughter transferred and we moved to Brighton. Then we met there Jamuna Didi and Ananga Mohan Prabhu, who are so dear to our family, so sincere Vaishnavas, so kindful and so compassionate. Yeah. So in Brighton, we are lucky that we had always a house program. Though when we are in London, only Ganga Mata, devotees they used to come. But in Brighton, we are lucky that all the Maharaj, Nami Maharaj, Madhav Maharaj, Bhagavat Maharaj, all came in a house program. And I had an opportunity to serve them. But my mind was searching Gurudev, and whom I met 3 years back. And I was always thinking when I will meet him again, I was so eager to meet him again, who is an embodiment and compassion and love, because I loved his kirtan, his Harikatha so much. At last, that day came. I came to know that Gurudev is coming to Brighton, and for a house kirtan in our house. I was so happy that day. I can't express now. It was in 2012, I think. Yeah. I cooked and I make some Indian, I know he is from India, so I made, and I know that he will, because from those who come from West Bengal, they like potato and poppy seed sabji, and I know that must be Gurudev also like that, so we make that. So I cooked and I served the Vaishnavas. The program finished at night, but I could not say a single word to Gurudev. I could not say a single word. I just watched him. So then, but I was asked to sing a bhajan by the devotees that day, and I sang one bhajan, and Gurudev said to me, "Khub bhalo hoyeche." That means he said in Bengali, "Khub bhalo hoyeche," very nice. Then Gurudev went with Jamuna, because he used to stay in Jamuna Didi's house that time. So at night I was thinking, when I will meet him again. So, because I could not say a single word. So next morning, suddenly, I got a phone call from Ananga Mohan Prabhu. And he called me and told me, Gurudev asked you to come to our house here. Oh my God. And I am coming to pick you up. It was in the morning only. And so I was just crying out of happiness, And that day was Ekadashi also, And Ananga Mohan Prabhu came at 8:30 or 9 a.m., I think, in the morning to pick me up. And that day I took shelter at the lotus feet of Gurudev as my Shiksha Guru. And that day was very auspicious also. That day was Ekadashi also. So I took prasad there and I was feel so blessed, and what I wanted, Gurudev fulfilled it because Gurudev knows. He knows our heart. He knows everything. He's the Antarjami, and Gurudev talked with me for a long time. I saw him so much caring, so much love in his eyes, so compassionate. I asked him, Gurudev, when he finished his talking, he gave some little Harikatha also that day. Then I asked him, Gurudev, tell me, what is my sadhana? What I will do now? Then Gurudev told me, he said to me, just to chant, do Vaishnav Seva, and read scriptures and come to Mathura. Since that, then my greed of, my greed of hearing Harikatha and reading books increased. By Gurudev's mercy only, I know that. He has given us that rasa, his books are so wonderful, so much of Braja rasa. Gurudev says, if we want Krishna Prem, we must serve Radharani first. But before that, we have to take shelter of Gurudev, who will give us this Radha Dasyam, Radha Prem, this Prem, Krishna Prem, Radha Dasyam. Because he says the Guru Nishtha is the backbone of bhakti. Because our relationship with Gurudev is eternal. Life after life, as our relationship with Krishna is eternal. So, and I like Gurudev's, just I will, only 2 lines, that one. I love that Gurudev always sing that. Radha nache, Krishna nache, nache gopi gon. मन मेरा मन गाई रे सखी पावन वृंदावन ओ राधा नाचे कृष्ण नाचे नाचे गोपी गोन मन मेरा मन गाई रे सखी पावन वृंदावन ललिता नाचे विशाखा नाचे नाचे सखी गोन मन मेरा मन गाई रे सखी पावन वृंदावन शोक नाचे साड़ी नाचे नाचे पक्षी गोन मधुर मधुर बंशी बाजे यही तो वृंदावन गंगा नाचे जमुना नाचे नाचे नदी गोन मन मेरा मन गाई रे सखी पावन वृंदावन राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे राधा नाचे कृष्ण नाचे नाचे गोपी गोन मधुर मधुर बंशी बाजे यही तो वृंदावन जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल गौर प्रमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Didi. Thank you, Leela Madhuri Didi. Your name suits your character, Leela Madhuri. So many nice, sweet pastimes with Gurudev, and your aspirations and your heart's desire are very genuine and sincere. And Gurudev is reciprocating with you in that way. I can see when he speaks with you, he's so much happy, like a family member. You've adopted him, and he has adopted you. So very nice.
Yeah. But I spoke very fast for the timing. I mentioned the time.
Yes.
Very good. She was in time.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Vancha kalpatarubhascha Vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Yeah, so just want to say that you're not alone. I know you're in Clacton by the sea, but you're away from your family, and you've been like that for nearly 7-8 months. And, it's difficult for you, but we're with you, all of us, and Gurudev is with you. So
Gurudev, all the Vaishnavas are with me, so I am not alone here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to read the next passage from the Vyasa Puja book before I invite Sudevi from India to speak. I know she's there, she's waiting for us. So the importance of sadhu sangha. So during During a conversation with her son Kapil Dev, Mother Devahuti asked, "How can somebody achieve God?" Lord Kapil Dev replied, "Oh Mother, always associate with high-class devotees and listen to the sweet loving pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna from them. This is how one can always be absorbed in Krishna consciousness. In every life we will get a wife or a husband, children and parents, but rarely will we have the association of an exalted Vaishnava. It is said in the Shastras, you cannot get sandalwood from every forest, nor can you find exalted sadhu sangha everywhere." So the Vaishnavas, the Vrajavasis always sing Krishna's glories, names and fame. Govinda Madhava Madhaveti, He Krishna He Yadava He Saketi, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. Being totally absorbed in Krishna, gradually Krishna Bhakti will manifest in our hearts. Sri Guru plants the seed of Bhakti in his disciples' heart, but without serving him, it is not possible to attain the supreme perfection. So, Jai Shri Gurudev. So, without much ado, welcome Sudevi from India, Delhi, and welcome to your family, which we're very familiar with, and with fond memories of being with you and taking your association, your family's association, your love for Gurudev and Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj is spotless, and we hope to be able to serve you soon and visit you. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam. Dandavat pranam, Yamuna Didi. First of all, thanks to Kunjeshwari Didi. Actually, I was not ready to speak because I'm not able to speak in English. Could you hear me? In Hindi, I can try, but in English, I'm very nervous.
No, just feel relaxed. You're with family, so just from your heart.
I'm trying to speak few words as I didn't speak anywhere, and I didn't speak as before. I'm just trying to speak because it is the appearance day of our Gurudev. I'm just purifying my word, my Vani, just by remembering his pastimes and by remembering the few sweet memories with Srila Maharaj ji. First of all, I pay my humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Srila Gurudev, my Diksha Gurudev, Nitya Pravishno Vishnupada Ashtatar Shatashi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. After that, I pay my unlimited Dandavat pranams to the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Pad Padma, Jai Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Van Goswami Maharaj. And to assemble devotees, I pay my humble obeisances onto the lotus feet of Sripad Anang Mohan Prabhu, especially Yamuna Didi, Kunjeshwari Didi, and the all assembled devotees. We are celebrating the appearance day of Srila Maharaj. Very fortunate we are doing all the devotees are serving him and trying to listen his Harikatha, sweet Harikathas. All devotees are very fortunate, and in this manner I think I am also very fortunate. I took shelter. Even I can't took. He took me in his shelter. He provided me his shelter. I listen that Guru means Gu means darkness and Ru means the light. And he removes the darkness, all the darkness of our life, and take us towards the light. The real light is the back to Godhead. Gurudev is taking us. Gurudev is regularly giving in his Harikatha. He always say that we have to move back to Godhead. We have to move to our main destination. What is the destination? This sansar, this material world is not our destination. My Diksha Gurudev gave me shelter. He opted me, but unfortunately I'm not eligible as I didn't know any Shuddha karmas in this life. Maybe in previous life I did, so he opted me. But in this life, I think I did nothing. In the same reference, in the same parampara, Srila Maharaj opted me. He gave me shelter. But personally, if I think I did nothing, I am not eligible even to be the part of the Gaudiya Vaishnav Sangh, which is the purest Vaishnav Sangh, purest Sadhu Sangh in the whole world. If we go and find the Shuddha Sadhu, I didn't think so. We will find the pure in which line we are here, the purest, the most purest line of Gaudiya Vaishnav, Srila Gurudev Optus. Srila Maharaj removes, just like Guru, who removes all the darkness. Srila Gurudev and Srila Maharaj all remove the darkness of my life, materially and spiritually also. If we think materially, we all are suffering due to our prarabdha karmas, but spiritually, we all are very fortunate. In Ramghat, once Gurudev told that Balramji attracts Yamunaji towards his side in Echagaon because gopis wants to drink some water after Ras. Like that, I thought that Gurudev attracts me towards his side because without Guru, without Chitbal, we can't progress in this spiritual life. Balramji attracts. Balramji is the main part of our bhakti. Nityanand Prabhu, Gurudev, they are the backbone. Without Gurudev, we can't even took one step in this bhakti path. In my early days after Gurudev departed from this world, I thought that we became orphan. Who will give this Harikatha, where we can take shelter, where we will speak our problems, where we can go. But suddenly, I thought in after 1 year, I was just Sripad Bhaktivedanta Van Maharaj is my only Facebook friend. He always asked me to when Gurudev was doing his Aswasthila, Maharaj, Srila Maharaj always used to ask about his health. He did whether Gurudev gave darshan, he came outside or not. Only progress of Gurudev's health. I was just a Facebook friend of my Srila Maharaj ji. But after Gurudev departure, I came to Mutt. I just tried to listen some Harikatha from Sripad Ramchandra Prabhuji. But whenever I saw Shivan Maharaj is speaking Harikatha, oh, ran away from the Mutt because he will speak Harikatha in Bengali accent. I can't understand. I just ran away from the temple from the backside. If I will ran away from in front of him, he knows he is my friend in the Facebook. He will stop me and he will tell me to stop here and listen Harikatha because I don't want to sit. But I ran away from the backside. But slowly, by the time passing, Ramani Didi and Pooja Didi in Navdeep Dham, they told me to sit and Harikatha at 4 p.m. where Gurudev do his Harikatha outside his room. They took me and they keep me on the front line of Gurudev's Harikatha, and they told me to write whatever you didn't understand. You just write the words. You just write the sentences. Whatever you don't understand. So I write. Time is passing, and by the mercy of Gurudev, I'm trying to learn to how to sit in the Harikatha, how to listen Harikatha, because I think even I'm not eligible till today to listen these high class Harikatha which Srila Maharaj is giving till now. I think I'm not eligible. By his mercy, by his causeless mercy, he I can say he gave me permission to sit in his Harikatha. And Gurudev told that without Chitbal, one cannot enter in the Bhakti Rajya. In my life, especially, Srila Maharaj and Gurudev is providing me everything. Chitbal, the most important part of Bhakti, he is providing. And by the time is passing, I'm saying that he never partialitate me, because I'm not his direct shishya. But he never think like that. I am not his shishya. I am Srila Gurudev shishya. He loves me every time. He gives me opportunity to serve. But I think I'm not eligible. But he is doing. He is giving always services. I just pray on his lotus feet to give me strength, give me opportunity to serve to him and to Srila Gurudev. I think I saw many times, whenever I thought, from my heart, whenever I think about him, he always did a message in my Skype. Oh, how are you, Haribol? What about your son? What about your husband? And why you are not happy today? What is happening? Why you are sad? Every time, whenever I remember him from my heart, every time he's Antaryami. He always give a message on Skype. Even when he was coming from Mathura, after in this COVID period, uh, I thought, malab, we was calling him, we was requesting him to visit our home, but was not ready. Suddenly in the night time, at around 8:30 or 9 p.m., Sham Prabhu called. Oh, Sudevi Didi Pran Govind Prabhu Gurudev is coming in your home at 7:30 a.m. Oh, we was very shocked how we will arrange everything. But anyhow, he gives always opportunity to serve. Uh, when I got married from Pran Govind Prabhu, his family was not so much engaged in this bhakti line. But now, by the mercy of Gurudev, everyone is trying to serve him. Everyone is trying to do some Hari Nam. And the most important thing I saw, that everyone in the house respect Srila Gurudev. The main thing is that everyone is respecting him. So I was not ready to do marriage. I always say to Gurudev, no, I don't want to do marriage. Then Srila said, no, you are a girl. How you will survive? In India, girls will not survive alone. You have to marry. But after that, after just after my marriage, the next day we went to Mutt to took his darshan. He said in his Harikatha that we ask, whenever we ask to Gurudev what to do, when to do, means there is a small uh, icha in our heart that we want to do. Just we are imposing to our Gurudev, should we do this? Should we not do this? If we are very strict in our decision, say, just like Sham Prabhu, I saw him. He decided not to marry. So Gurudev didn't say him to marry. But we was asking, that is our disqualification, that we was trying to uh, cover our mistakes, cover our hidden uh, icha, that we want to marry, but we are imposing to Gurudev. Suddenly, on the very next day of my marriage, Gurudev told, everyone who is asking to do marry or not to marry, that means she wants to marry.
Yeah.
Because there is a desire in her heart. So I realized that, yes, definitely there was some desires, and I'm not so exalted, I'm not so pure, so I can do as a brahmachari jivan.
Close this
Not,
window,
I'm
don't
not,
because we could just run into simple.
pardon?
Okay, we have a few more minutes, Vivi, just to
Okay,
wrap up. Thank
okay,
you.
Prabhu.
Thank you.
So now I'm seeing in the house of here Prabhuji's house and in my family's house, everyone is serving. But as on date, if I see myself, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing even Harinam also. I pray to Gurudev. I pray to his lotus feet. Please give his, please, he may give his shelter. He may give his mercy to do Harinam, to read some scriptures, whichever he wrote. The very I saw some scriptures in Jewels of the Heart. I read sometimes I read, but I saw so many things are he has written in his scriptures. But unfortunately, we are always not about. I can say we. I say myself. I'm always busy in my material things. I just pray to him. He may attract me towards Srila Gurudev's service, to Radha Krishna service, and to Vaishnava service. And one day I can serve in right manner, whatever he wants. Like he, how he is serving his Gurudev. He's always busy in spreading the Vani of Gurudev and spreading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. I just want to pray him just like he is serving to his Gurudev. In such manner, I can do service of him in a single point, in a single drop, just like to serve him and to serve Srila Gurudev, to Sri Hari. I pray to you all Vaishnavas also. Please bless me and please bless us so that we can serve. However, you all are serving to Srila Gurudev, we can do in this life or maybe next life. But just I am praying. Thank you. Vancha kalpatru vaishya kripa sindhu vevicha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Thank you very much, Sudevi. It was a wonderful offering in English. It's very well spoken.
Or just try because I'm not so good in English.
No, you're very good. And also regards to Pran Govinda Prabhu and your son Sham Sundar, your whole family, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, and all your mother also. We miss them all. Please give them our Dandavat pranams. And again, thank you for joining us.
We are waiting. We are waiting. Come soon.
Yes.
She's
So,
always serving so
thank you.
much.
So you're always serving so much, Gurudev. You're always arranging for his travel. You have many connections in Delhi. So his
husband
tickets,
welcomes him.
also your Pran Govinda Prabhu is always at the airport. He's
No,
the
no,
VIP,
no, Prabhu. We are
he's
not
the
doing
VIP
anything. We are
chauffeur.
just trying to serve it.
Whenever Gurudev gets stuck at the airport, anyway, Pran Govinda, he works at the airport and he's a VIP guest receiver. So any VIP that comes through the airport in Delhi, Pran Govinda Prabhu is fortunate. So Gurudev is all the highest
Yes,
VIP.
yes.
And he's always the
His job is very suitable for Gurudev,
reception.
for
So
reception.
he's the first
He is
Swagata.
serving Gurudev. He is serving and he is trying to read some scriptures also. But myself, I can say I'm nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Your boss, you're helping Gurudev with his Hindi version of the Brahma Geet. I know you and Reshmi Didi working hard on that, and all the other devotees. So thank you very much, Didi.
Vancha
Dandavat.
kalpatarubhyascha
Kripa
kripa
sindhubhyev
sindhubhyeva
cha
cha
patitanam
patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
namo
namo
namaha.
namaha.
So we have a third verse before we ask Krishna Kripa Prabhu from Holland to speak. I know he's waiting anxiously. So just introduce you in a minute. There are many processes to attain the Lord, but the easiest is serving Sri Guru. Without service to Sri Guru and Vaishnavas, life is useless and one cannot enter spiritual life. Without Sukriti, spiritual pious activities, it is not possible to develop taste for chanting the holy names, nor is it possible to attain Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion. In the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says to Arjuna in chapter 7, verse 16, Chatur vidha bhajante mam jana sukritino arjuna artho jignasur arthati gnanascha bharatasu sabha. So this verse, it says, "Oh, best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, those desirous of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute." So this includes all of us, I think, in some way or another, for one reason or another, we are coming to Krishna and looking for Shri Guru, and we will hopefully reach that goal one day by the mercy of Shri Guru. So we'd like to invite Krishna Kripa Prabhu, who is very dear to our Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, because I know every time Srila Gurudev he sees him, he just wants to hug him, and and he is, we call him our teddy bear. So because he's so soft and he's so cute and adorable, and and a wonderful host as well. We've had many programs at your house, and you're a wonderful cook with Shama Priya Didi next to you. You'll make a very good team, and we look forward to seeing you also very soon. Missing you very much. Please offer your heartfelt flowers to Srila Gurudev. It'll be wonderful to hear.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm very, 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 very nervous, but I will be calm and I will no cry today, hopefully.
You won't.
First of all, my thanks to Kundeshwari Didi, Anangamon, Jamuna Didi for asking me to do some Puspanjali for my Srila Gurudev. My English is very poor, so I would immediately, different good word, I don't know how to say this, but my English is poor. Also, in my communication in general is poor, so please forgive me if I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not a speaker, and the only thing what I'm good in is eating prasadam.
Yeah,
Eating, not honoring, but eating prasadam, a lot of prasad. And I can talk 24 hours. I can give harikatha of this. So if you want me to tell me something, give some harikatha about prasadam, just call me. Despite of that, I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to speak a few minutes, and hopefully I will be able to clear my tongue also, or to purify. Is that purify? To purify my tongue. Vandeham Shri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjanasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Vakum Kuroti Vachalam Pangam Latayate Grim Yatkripatam Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Shri Guru Dinataranam Shri Guru Dinataranam. The first meeting with my Gurudev, we followed the Bhagavad Gita seminar. And in the one of the first seminar in the sessions, we had in the break, we had a cookie, a wonderful warm hot coconut cookie, and this Didi, Premanandi Didi, was in the break. She came downstairs and with another plate. So I was excited for another cookie. And we were having a conversation, and my feelings, something was telling me that she is the one who will lead me to a guru, because I was searching for all my life to someone who can help me, and I had so many bad things in my mind, and I'm still lost, and yeah, so I didn't share also these feelings with my wife, Shama Priya Didi, or Shama Priya, not Didi, who. After the seminar, we had a masterclass, so I saw Gurudev for the first time. And I was so excited, this feeling. I think you all know what happened with me or with you. And I knew that moment I had 2 questions for him. The seminar was, the masterclass was over, and I had only 2 questions. So Premanandi Didi asked, you know, have somebody with questions, and I was yes, I was behind. I have a question, and the first thing was I asked him, you know, can I give you a hug? I want to give you a hug. And the second question is what that I want to be a disciple. Can I be a disciple? Yeah. So yeah, this was the first story. Without his mercy, we cannot do anything. You know, Sri Guru Kripa He Kevalam. Without his mercy, we as sadhakas, we cannot have the knowledge of the truth. Gurudev is our captain, and he takes us by our hand to across this ocean. Without his mercy, we cannot do anything. I think everyone heard also about the pastimes of Srimad Bhaktivinoda Gosvami Maharaj, that he was getting candy. I think candy is the topic here in my lecture. When he was young, he get for every sloka he was reciting, he was getting a chocolate bar. With such love and such sweetness, Srila Bhakti Pragyana Keshav Goswami Maharaj took care of our Param Gurudev. And that reminds me of Gurudev, that he is giving us every day the sweetest golden rasgullas of Mahaprabhu, you know, every day on Skype, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. He's in real life, you know, he's giving and giving and giving and giving. And still, you know, I'm taking this prasad, and then when I close my laptop, or when I go I end the Harikatha, then I eat more in Maya, you know. So even I don't have good behavior, and I hurt a lot of people and getting chasing my senses. Achterna, chasing my, yes, that's good. Still, he's giving me these delicious rasgullas, and he gave me the confidence to pick. Nou, hoe zeg je dat? When I've done something wrong, you know, daily I'm playing. I've apparaat and stop bad things in my mind. You know, I'm very lusty. Anger is coming. And so a lot of things. Still, he's thinking about, you know, our health, and not only in a spiritual level, but also, you know, in physical needs. And sometimes he makes some jokes, you know, during Harikatha, always when he's in Holland. And I'm always, you know, want to hide myself, because when there's Harikatha over a big person, he says Krishna Kripa, and then I say, ah! You know, and yeah, it's very difficult to explain what he is doing with me, because yeah, it's difficult. And even in Suriname, he was speaking in Hindi to me, but I didn't understand Hindi. I even understand English and Dutch, also not. But he said in Hindi that yes, if you Krishna Kripa, if you jump more during Aarti and during then you will be you remember Anangamon, what he was saying, yeah. And then you will be very sundar. So I asked Vijay Prabhu, what is sundar? But he was, yeah, you're very beautiful, you know. Oh yes. So in this way, also, you know, actually he is giving this instruction for many years. It's a serious thing, you know, because I can do more seva if I'm fit and I'm healthy, and I can do a lot of more. So this is a very it's also a very emotional thing for me. But still, he's so, you know, powerful, and he gives me every day. I will get, yes, I will lost 10 kilos today, you know, and then I will eat more prasad, and then, you know, I don't go to the gym, but every day still I've got the power, the strength to I have thinking somewhere, I have some shraddha that one day will come that I will be very like a Jamuna Didi, you know, like this. We went for Riyachatra in Germany, and we saw a lot of people there. They were drinking and dancing, and I was afraid that the people were touched and disturbing Gurudev, you know, is in his Harinam, but he was dancing with them. He was cuddling with them. He did Harinam, you know, just like in Navadvip when Nityananda sings, you know, Nadia, Nadia, go to Nityananda Mahaja, Patiya Chana Mahataji Varagara. You know, he was, you know, he delivered all the souls in the miserable world. And in this place, the marketplace of Mahaprabhu, you know, he's so merciful. He wants to give everyone Harinam. He wants to, you know, he's so much energy. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I can tell another story, not small. How many minutes I have?
Actually, Prabhu, I think you have 1 or 2 minutes more.
Okay. A small Harikatha what I've heard this week. It's about an elephant. And this elephant was with all his family. You know, was playing in the mud, and he was showering again. And from the shower, he again comes in the mud, and suddenly he was stuck in the mud. He was alone, and he drowned like this, you know. And at the same time, Radha and Krishna were doing this pastimes. And Krishna was looking down and he was seeing what happened, you know, and he said, yeah, I cannot do nothing for him. It's karma, you know, I can do nothing. Radharani was very sad and she was crying when she saw this elephant. So she sent a lotus flower, and this lotus flower came on his trunk, came on his trunk. And it was manifesting a saki, and this saki was grabbing the elephant, and he was pulling on the elephant, and the elephant broke, and another saki came out. This lotus flower, this is Srimati. No, that is Guru Pad Padma, our Gurudev, Srila Gurudev, and the Didi he before told us about Bhakti Lata Beach, the seed of the creeper. The Saki, another Saki. Our original form is, you know, Jivera Srupa Hare Krishna Nichadas. Our eternal form is also a Saki, you know. We only have to do, we take his hand, you know, only we do have to do that. But I cannot do this. I cannot understand what I'm saying now. Only I can do this. I buy some pink straws to remind me of Gurudev. I can buy a pink hat to remind me of Gurudev. I can buy pink towels to remind me of Gurudev. I can buy a scarf to remind me of Gurudev. And hopefully, one day, I can grab his hand.
Dandavad pranams, Krishna Kripa Prabhu. Very beautiful,
colorful presentation.
very nice, very powerful, heart-moving presentation. Jamuna says. Colorful, she said, very colorful. Also in character. So if you become as thin as she is, you'll have to wear a sari and then be a gopi.
I wanted to sing also this song, you know. Heri Saki Mangala Gauri.
That's a wedding song.
Yeah, but there's also a song for to dress like a Saki, you know.
Okay, nice.
So, and you have to play also. You wear a sari sometimes, so you can, you know, you can practice.
Okay, yes. Sure. So Gurudev is always talking about Patli Gopi, Moti Gopi, like this. And so he has a saying that no Moti Gopis can enter Golok Vrindavan. Gopis are all very slim. And so I think that's why he wants you to lose a little bit of weight, and also for your health, of course. And we're all worried for that and pray that you're doing your best, I'm sure. So we're with you. Don't feel disheartened at any time. Gurudev is with you. And we love you even more when Gurudev blesses you in this way. So you're not alone. Sometimes, yeah, we have to take the chastisement. It's a bitter pill. Thank you very much, Krishna Kripa Prabhu. Nice to see you, and we'll catch up soon. And thank you. Vancha kalpatribhyascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. So we'll read a little bit more from the Vyasa Puja book on page 22. Our life lives, for our lives to be successful, we must serve Sri Guru and Krishna. But what can we give to God? Nothing. Actually, nothing belongs to us. Everything is the property of the Lord. So we should offer everything to Him for His pleasure. Some people think that because they work very hard, they are the doers and the rightful enjoyers of the fruits of their actions. But who gives people their brain and intelligence? Who gives the energy to the body? God gives all this, and that is why we are able to work. In fact, we have nothing at all. Everything comes from the Lord. Try to understand that everyone and everything belongs to the Lord, and all must be offered to Him. By doing so, one gains sukriti, and automatically taste for spiritual practice comes into one's heart. Chant the Lord's holy names and learn how to progress in spiritual life. Don't waste this golden opportunity. This chance comes to your door only once. If we open the door, all benefits will enter. In this life, serve Sri Guru, Vaishnavas, and Bhagavan. The material world will never satisfy us. Children, wife, and wealth, these things never satisfy us completely. Even we offer all our energy to them and we can never please everyone. Those who try to please everybody cannot please anyone. But if we give our energy to try to satisfy Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, our lives will be successful. It is not necessary to leave your family, friends, or your daily life. Just chant the holy names and serve Sri Guru and Vaishnavas. Without this, one can never conquer Maya, the Lord's deluding potency. So, very beautiful instructions there, some encouraging words. Never give up. Never give up Sri Guru, never give up Sri Harinam, is our Gurudev's words, his advice to us. So we try and follow those. So I'd like to welcome Madan Mohan Prabhu is there. Dandavad Pranams Prabhuji. Welcome to our Sangha, and you're part of that Sangha anyway. There's only a formality of welcoming you there. You're always there. I know you're always watching, and we've had many wonderful times together, and with your family, your children, and with Gurudev as well. So there's much that can be said about you, but I don't know where to start. Thank you for joining us. You're always prepared to give up everything for Sri Gurudev at the drop of a hat to follow his instructions, and you're sacrificing so much for him, I know. So, Vancha kalpatariyascha kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah.
Well, thank you very much. Can you hear me loudly, clearly?
Yes, we
okay,
can hear you.
nice. Thank you very much. Of course, I got the best teachers because you teach me always. You teach me how to do stuff and when to do something, what to say, what not to say. So, of course, all the seniors, they help me. They support us how to become closer to our Gurudev. So, Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasme Shri Gurudev Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prishtaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Bhaniti Namine. First of all, I offer my humble obeisance to my beloved Gurudev, Sri Sripad Bhaktivedanta Vana Gosvami Maharaj, to the Guru Varga, all the Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and everyone who is present here. Please bless me. May the right words come out of my mouth in the right spirit at the right time. Just like you said, it's, for Gurudev also where to start and where to end. His glories are endless and they will always be endless because there's no end in describing what he do and what he talks. One time Gurudev said that when you listen Harikatha, you should keep the jewels in your pocket, but don't keep everything inside, distribute, because when your pockets are full, you cannot put new jewels inside anymore. So listening to all the speakers who spoke so nicely about Gurudev gave me such a nice warm feeling inside of my heart. When someone is special to you, dear to you, and this special one, you know what this special one means to you. And when you hear others speak sweetly about this special person, then your feelings for the special person will increase only more. So because it's a feeling that you share with each other, the feeling that you have for that person is right, because others confirm your feeling by sharing their own experiences. And like that, we are one big family, you know, and we are sharing these spiritual matters with each other, and we are helping each other to grow. My life had some dark stages, you know. I tried to fill the emptiness that I felt inside, but nothing could give me what I desired inside my heart. I had a good job, but still it was not good enough. I had a big car, a fast bike, but still not good enough. Always hunkering for more. But why? I couldn't understand. I read so many books in my search for the truth, the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, you name it. And yeah, so many more. At the age of 18, I got baptized in a Christian church because I had an intense feeling when I was on my knees begging in the church, asking for forgiveness, crying for all the bad things that I've done in my life. And it helped me a little bit, but then after a while, I was back on the bad track. At a certain point in my life in 2018, I went, just like the most of the Holland devotees, I went to the Bhagavad Gita seminar, and many questions got answered, but also many questions arose. At the end of the seminar, they told us that it's good to have a spiritual master who will guide you on your spiritual path. At that time, many sadhus came. Sripad Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj, Sripad Bhaktivedanta Shrida Maharaj, Sripad Bhaktivedanta Siddhanti Maharaj, and Sripad Bhaktivedanta Vibhuddhai Maharaj. They all came. And Sripad Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj was the first sadhu that I saw. And I remember Kishore Mohan and Sudevi Dasi were singing Gurudev Kripa Karke, Krishna Kripa Prabhu from Brazil was playing Mardanga. I didn't know the meaning of the song at that time, but I was sitting in front of Sripad Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj and I was weeping and I couldn't control my tears. At the end of the Harikatha, I went to give some dakshina to Maharaj, and then he asked me my name. But before I could pronounce my name fully, he said, no, your name is Madan Mohandas. And then at the moment that my Gurudev came in Holland, and every time when he entered the room, I feel such a great enjoyment inside of my heart. And I was thinking by myself, is this the feeling that I was missing all my life? Was this the feeling that I was hunkering for? In the beginning, I couldn't understand all the highly subjects that were spoken from his lotus lips. But from inside, it felt so right. And little by little, I could understood what it meant to me at that moment. Then, after a while, after a couple of days, I asked him if I was ready to achieve Harinam. And then he said to me, okay, you come at Narsingh Chaturdasi. And then he gave me my spiritual name, Madan Mohandas, the same as that Madhav Maharaj did. So that was also for me a confirmation that they confirmed that they are from the same source. And after 2 months, because I was really greedy, I wanted to have more and more because I got so attracted. And after 2 months, I asked him if I were ready for my Diksha. And then he said, okay, yeah, you come then, and I will give you Diksha. And then again, after 2 months, I was for the first time in my life in Vrindavan at the Vrajamandal Parikram. And yeah, this is all by the mercy of my beloved Gurudev, of course. And it reminds me of a shloka that Gurudev often recites, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi, Labha Mata Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. That by a simple moment, association with the sadhu, one can attain perfection. But it doesn't mean that I have reached this perfection, but I have faith that whatever my Gurudev says, and under his guidance and under the guidance of the sadhus of our Guru Varga, that everything is possible. That doesn't mean that it will be easy, but they will guide us. So as I went to some places where Gurudev went in Europe and in India, he gave me the opportunity to do some services. Not because he needed it, but I needed it. I needed it to purify myself. It was my desire to serve him in whatever way he wanted. And, you know, he gives us the chance to serve him. And all the good qualities that I have come from him. All the mistakes that I make or all my weaknesses comes from me because this is who I am. I don't deserve any of this. And by his costless mercy, he gives me what is right for me or for us. Sometimes we ask something and we don't get it because maybe it is not good for us, or it will bring us into problems. You know, Gurudev, he talks so sweetly, but at the same time, he can roar like a lion. He looks so calm, and then again, he has so much energy. He knows everything, and sometimes he does like he doesn't know. He nourishes like a mother, and he chastises like a father. He is so powerful, but his heart is like butter. He sings the sweetest melodies, and he shouts like thunder. Gurudev, you are so special to all of us. Like you, there's no other. I thank each one of you for helping me to come closer to Gurudev. I'm just a baby on this path, and I have so much to learn yet. It's heart melting to see how Gurudev arranges everything for each soul that comes in contact with him. Once he entered your heart, he will never get out. Vanchakalpatarubhyashta kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Please forgive me for my mistakes and if I said anything wrong, and thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you, Madan Prabhu. Thank you, Dandavat Pranams. It's a wonderful heart offering from sincerely from your heart. I'm sure it's just coming out through you. Yeah, Gurudev's working in so many different ways, and you gave so much to Gurudev as well, and your austerities. I know in your Bhishma Panchak Vrat and fasting. Gurudev was very pleased, and just supporting you. I saw, so he gave you so much encouragement there. It's just very
All the
honored
good
to be
things
there
come
at that
from
time. Yes,
yeah,
but
it's his
still,
strength.
your desire, your desire to do it, Gurudev's like supporting nourishment. I just saw that with him. It was just nice to see. Thank you very much
Yes,
for
thank you.
inspiring us. We hope
I hope to see you soon again.
soon.
Yes,
And
so we can travel again through Europe and stuff, and to be in France. I remember all those lovely moments with you and Yamuna Didi, like my uncle and my auntie. We're cooking together and talking together, and what's really nice. Yeah, it's like like I said, we are one big family. It doesn't matter who got one a Gurudev or another one. We are one big family, and this is how we should be with each other also, like one big family.
Yes, this is what I learned from Srila Gurudev as well, that how he interacts with his god brothers and with other god brothers from other mats or anybody who he meets. He's just seeing the soul. He's not seeing the body. And this is his wonderful ability, like you were saying. He's not discriminating. It's just how much we want to take from him. He's prepared to give, and he has so much. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Invite Lila Madhuri Didi to sing.
Ask, I think, Lila Madhuri Didi, you wanted to sing one kirtan just to break up our session.
Okay, sure.
Thank you very much. So after Lila Madhuri, we have Shama Priya Didi waiting there, and Shama Priya, you're in the office.
Okay. Can you see me? Can you see me? A little
We
bit.
can see it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm singing because I sang it to whenever Maharaj Gurudev come, I always sing this song, Radha Krishna Pranamuro.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Radha Krishna Pranamuro, Jugalo Kishoro. Radha Krishna Pranamuro, Jugalo Kishoro. জীবনে মরণে গতি আরো নাহি মূর জীবনে মরণে গতি আরো নাহি মূর রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মূর যুগল কিশোর কালিন্দির কুলে কেলি কদম্বের বন রতনবে দীর উপর বসাব দুজনে রতনবে দীর উপর বসাব দুজনে রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মূর যুগল কিশোর সামগ্রী অঙ্গে দিব চন্দনে গন্ধ চামর ঢুলাব কবে হেরিব মুখ চন্দ্র চামর ঢুলাব কবে হেরিব মুখ চন্দ্র রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মূর যুগল কিশোর গাথি আমা লতির মালা দিব দোহার গলে অধরে তুলিয়া দিব কর্পূর তাম্বুলে অধরে তুলিয়া দিব কর্পূর তাম্বুলে রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ বুড়ো যুগল কিশোর ললিতা বিশাখায় আদি যত সখী বৃন্দ আজ্ঞায়ক রিব সেবা চরণার বিন্দ আজ্ঞায়ক চরণার বিন্দ রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মূর যুগল কিশোর শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দাসের অনু দাস সেবায় অভিলাষ সেবায় অভিলাষ করে নরোত্তম দাস রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মূর যুগল কিশোর জীবনে মরণে গতি আরো নাহি মোর রাধা কৃষ্ণ প্রাণ মূর যুগল কিশোর হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 রাধে 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 জয় জয় শ্রী রাধে 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री राधे 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 जय 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 श्री 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 राधे राधा नाचे कृष्ण नाचे नाचे गोपीगण मन मेरा मन गावे सखी पावन वृंदावन और ललिता नाचे विशाखा नाचे नाचे सखी गण मन मेरा मन गाए सखी पावन वृंदावन गौरांग नाचे निताई नाचे गौरांग नाचे नाचे भक्तगण मन मेरा मन गाए सखी पावन वृंदावन जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल गौर प्रमानंदे हरि
Go Brahmanande. Thank you. Very sweet and very authentic in the Bengali pronunciation. We get so much nectar, so much taste. And we just had a comment that we pray that we will be born in Bengal one day that we may be able to read Bengali. We may desire Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada that if we can read the Chaitanya Charitamrita in its original language, then we can get the real moods, because language changes as you translate and you don't get the full meaning. And the culture is within the language. So this is our aspiration. Our next, we are fortunate enough to take birth in those holy places and be with these holy people, like your good fortune is. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Dandavat. Before I introduce Sharma Priya Didi, just like to read a little something from the Vyas Puja book of Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj that he offered to his Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, on his Vyas Puja day on the 14th of January 2010. So in the first line here it says, at the time of death, no one will go with us. And we have come alone and we will go alone. And I just wanted to add here just an anecdote of devotees, a particular devotee we know who is in the hospital at the moment and maybe in her last days, who is suffering from a serious cancer. And we ask all the devotees to pray for her so that she has the most beautiful, auspicious departure from this very terrible condition. We have blessings from Srila Gurudev himself for her, and also from Shamarani Didi as well, and many other devotees are sending their prayers. So at this time, we're also doing the same for her. So but there is one thing that is going to come with us. What is that one thing? Our karma, the good and bad actions of previous births. There is also one person who is always with us. He came with us and he will go with us. He is our Chaitya Guru, the super soul who resides in our hearts. Chaitya Guru is Sri Guru and Sri Bhagavan. Despite Chaitya Guru always being with us, we never look at him because we have turned our face away from the Lord. If only we could point our eyes in a new direction, we would see how wonderful the Lord is. Try to understand that without chanting the Lord's name, it is impossible to become liberated from the material world. Our primary necessity is to engage ourselves in Sri Guru's service. Then one day the pure name will manifest to us. The karmis, jnanis, yogis, mayavadis, and atheists also chant the names, but the pure name will never come to them, and they will not be delivered from this world. What is lacking in them? That is the service to Sri Guru and Vaishnavas. So this is very important, that our service to Sri Guru and Sri Vaishnava is the backbone of our devotion to God, to the Lord Sri Krishna. So we pray for his blessings. So without much ado, Shama Priya Didi, thank you for joining us, and with your good husband, Krishna Kripa Prabhu. You make a wonderful team, and I'm sure that Gurudev loves you very much. I see him, his interactions with you, both very sweet and very joyful, and he's very happy always to be with you. So please share with us your Pushpanjali today on his appearance day.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat
Pranams.
Can you all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
There's an echo.
There is an echo, but I don't know where they're.
Okay. Thank you, Dekunjari Didi, also Nangamohan Prabhuji, Jamuna Didi, for this opportunity. Even though I'm not qualified to speak, I will try to speak something with my low brain capacity. So please bear with me if I make any mistakes. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksuramilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Gaura Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vana iti namine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I want to pay my unlimited Dandavats pranams unto the lotus feet of my beloved Gurudev, Patita Pawan, Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sata Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta, Van Goswami Maharaj, to the entire Guru Rupanuga Varga, to all my senior Vaishnavas, all my God brothers and sisters listening today, to all of you, my Dandavat pranams. Where to start? Because yeah, I feel so junior amongst all of you. Amazing God family who already spoke. I was feeling so inspired. Inspiration is coming to my heart. Also, 2 days back when Radha Sundari Didi from UK spoke, I mean, she just touched my heart so badly that I could cry. I almost did, actually. So thank you, everybody, for their beautiful Pushpanjali for our beloved Gurudev. Yeah, I remember, of course, after following the Bhagavad Gita seminar by Vijay Krishna Prabhu in Holland, shortly after, they organized also a masterclass with this special guest speaker from India. So already being very much inspired by the Bhagavad Gita seminar and, of course, delicious prasadam, I am still the wife of Krishna Kripa Prabhu, of course, we got very curious and about this special person, you know. So this was in November 2014. Where we first had darshan of our Srila Gurudev, not even knowing, not having any clue what kind of personality he really is. But I remembered him walking inside the hall and with this amazing smile on his face and his twinkling eyes. And I was just overwhelmed, you know, because the welcome he got, I never saw something like that. So I was like, hey, what is everybody doing? I see some people, everybody was standing up, and some some devotees were doing Dandavat pranams, and I was like, what are they doing? But I didn't knew anything. Still, I don't know anything. But okay, we attended the class, the master class. I couldn't understand any word Gurudev was speaking, of course, because he was speaking Harikatha. I've never heard Harikatha in my life before. But we attended the class, we took prasadam at the end, and then went home. And then a few days later at Vijay Prabhu and Premanandi Didi's house program, Krishna Kripa Prabhu got his Harinam. But for me, not even on the stage of having any faith, I was still observing everything what was happening around me, you know. It was a little bit with mixed feelings, because on the other hand, I was attracted to the philosophy and the teachings. But on the other hand, I was like, should I do this right now? Also, take Harinam, what is Harinam and what should I do? And I didn't know. So in the meanwhile, we were attending many classes from all the sadhus coming to Holland. And shortly after, Gurudev mercifully accepted me as his disciple. This desire, with the time, the desire for a spiritual master came into my heart, because I knew if I wanted to develop in my spiritual path, I have to accept a master. So Gurudev was my spiritual master, and he accepted me. We also were very fortunate that Gurudev also performed our marriage ceremony in 2016. And at the same time, I also got my Diksha mantras. And in 2018, he also did this fire ceremony yajna to bless our new house, where we were able to host more house programs and to serve Guru and Vaishnavas. I think it's only for the past 2 years that I can recognize what kind of personality Gurudev really is. You know, I mean, for the first time, we went to Navadip Parikrama in 2018, and seeing all of his disciples from all around the world, you know, from Brazil, Poland, America, Lithuania, India, all were gathering around him, following him, and eagerly were waiting after Parikrama was finished, after Prasadam, to give a class in his room. And I remember everybody, Kunjeshwari Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, and Sujitra Didi, Tarun Didi from Brazil. And I was just observing everybody. And I was like, hey, what are they doing? You know, I couldn't understand. I was just, I felt a little bit strange, because I was feeling so useless a little bit, you know, that I was getting in the way or something. I didn't know what to do. But seeing them engaging in serving Gurudev like that, you know, it's made me realize, oh, okay, you know, I was getting so much shiksha from that also, that I was getting, you know, that I could realize how to serve Guru. Yeah. Also, another moment I remember was, of course, seeing Gurudev arriving in Brazil with hundreds of devotees welcoming him at the airport, with Bridanga, Kartaal, singing, dancing. It's just incredible to see, because in Holland it's prohibited to make any disturbance in public places. So we couldn't even bring Kartaals, to welcome him, only sing and then softly. And everybody, singing, dancing. And I just remembered when we went to Suriname in 2019. Gurudev usually go every year. Unfortunately, last year it couldn't be possible. Some of us were already in Suriname, and Gurudev would arrive one day later. So this time I had the chance, at least we had the chance to, that it was our turn to give Gurudev overwhelming welcome at the airport. So I spoke to Vijay Prabhu, and we were like, yeah, maybe we can do also like in Brazil, with Bridanga, Kartaal. And he was like, yeah, maybe we can do this. We are not in Holland now, we are now in Suriname, so maybe it's possible, And we spoke to the airport staff members, and they arranged a spot where we could go, wait, and do our thing. And I remember Ananga Mohan Prabhu, Yamuna Didi also were there with Gurudev traveling. And Vina and Krishna Prabhu was also there, and we were texting him, where are you now? Yeah, the luggage. Okay, where are you now? Yeah, we now have our luggage. We are now coming to the exit. Okay, so we started singing, playing Bridanga, the happiest moment ever. And the moment that Gurudev just walked into the exit towards us, he raised one hand up and he was like, Haribol, and this feeling, and just this happy moment, I can never forget this. And I felt a little bit like I was in Brazil. Gurudev, he's our father, he's our mother, he's our prananath, he knows our heart, always taking care. I remember 2017, Gurudev was preaching in London, and we were there on a road trip with our god brother and his family. And we just for one day we were there we in the evening we arrived there in the hall, and Gurudev was already on his asan, and he saw us walking inside the hall, and just this glance of his, the effulgence coming from him, the smile on his face, it was just so, it's so, when he has this mood, it comes automatically also in your heart, so you cannot feel differently than his mood. And we had to rush back, because after the Harikatha, we had to rush back very soon, because we had to take the last ferry back to France. And we were giving pranams to Gurudev, and he was like, hey, but wait, you didn't take prasadam. You should take prasadam first. You're going now, but no, you should take prasadam. And we were like, yes, Gurudev, we will take prasadam, we will pack, and then we take with us, because we have to go now in no time. And we were walking outside the hall, and I just was, I want to take the last darshan to Gurudev, and he was still on the front, and I was in the back, and he was still signing, yeah, you should take prasadam, and I was like so merciful. Always, so taking care of us. And last year we did, in 2019, we did the Bhakti Yoga retreat in Germany. And under guidance of our Sripad, of our beloved Gurudev. And, we came there and we had to install everything, set up the stage, the altar, and Gurudev asan. And me and some devotees, we were busy decorating, and Gurudev was also in the hall, and he was just looking, observing, looking what we were doing. And all of a sudden he was instructing us how to decorate with flowers, how to drape the cloths, very nicely. And he said, no, I don't need this big of I don't need big asan. I am very small, so I need small chair. You can put this small chair, not big, and put the pillow here, it's okay, Very Param Gurudev, Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj on a chair, very nicely decorated, the altar, very beautiful. And in the end, we were finished. It was just perfect, I was looking at the stage and I was like, wow, it was just Gurudev's mercy. I don't know, it's just perfect. Gurudev's Patita Pavan, he's savior of all the fallen souls, always instructing us to chant the holy names, learn shlokas. And with so much love and affection, he is watching over us, always serving, spreading the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. With his powerful Harikatha, it is just, if you listen just one time, you want to continue listening to his Harikatha, it's just so powerful. You don't want to miss it. I'm trying not to miss the Harikathas every day Gurudev is giving online. Now, unfortunately, the time is getting very late in the evening class in Brazil, so it's like midnight, you know, so I'm trying to listen, but sometimes I fall asleep. Anyways, he's giving also so much through his Harikatha. Sometimes when I'm in a different mood or a little bit sad, or maybe some disturbance is coming in my mind, and I listen to Gurudev's Harikatha, and then all of a sudden indirectly he's given instruction, and then I'm like, oh yes, of course, you know, this is exactly what I needed to hear right now at this moment, you know. And he knows everybody's heart, you know, and takes us with him and saves us, you know. So, and everybody also knows that Gurudev's rest, you know, what is Gurudev's rest is speaking Harikatha. He always says, every devotee knows, all disciples know, Gurudev's always telling us, well, maybe you are tired and you want to take rest, but don't tell me to take rest because I want to speak Harikatha. And then in Brazil, he would also say, Harikatha Prasadam, Prasadam Harikatha, and so going on.
Excuse me, Didi. I would just like to let you know that 10 minutes already passed.
Okay.
So you have a few more minutes.
Yes, I will end up. Thank you, Didi. Although I'm not qualified to call myself a disciple, I pray to Srila Gurudev that he will keep showering his mercy. So one day Guru Nishtha Seva Vritti will manifest in our hearts. So we can say always in his association and in association of all Vaishnavas, so that we can serve him birth after birth in a sincere mood. And we pray, of course, that we can have his darshan soon again in person, because of course we are missing him very, very much. And also Jamuna Didi and Ananga Mohan Didi, Prabhu, excuse me. Yeah, you know.
Quite appropriate. No worries, Shama Pradidi. It's naturally
guys, you know, you were guiding, like Mother Mohan Prabhu also said, you're always guiding us also when Gurudev is here. You are always telling us how to serve, and how Jamuna Didi also inspiring, always cooking for Gurudev. Also in Suriname, so we have tasted your amazing khichdi you made for us there, you know, so it was just and always serving mood. And yeah, I hope this mood will also manifest in my heart.
Thank you very much, Didi. Very nice offering.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Many points you covered, and you know, you can go back to Godhead by taking prasad. You can fast track by taking Diksha and Harinam. Gurudev somehow arranges everything after you surrender to him that you didn't have before, and you think, how did I get there? And how am I doing all these things that the other devotees are now doing? Like you were saying about Ananda Pradayani, Kunjeshwar, Tarani, and you're probably doing the same thing in the same way, in the same mood. That you know you go frantic in your mind to serve, and you kind of lose your mind. You know, you just lose yourself, and there's nothing else but to please Gurudev, and everything else just is secondary. So you know, he does take and steal our heart in this way. That you can't do anything about it. You know, once you enter that path, you're just lost. And I think that might sum up a lot of the feelings that devotees have when they surrender to Sri Guru, is that he takes over your life, and in a nice way. So it's not anything bad. So and you always feel eternally grateful and thankful, because if you can see where you were before you took Harinam or Diksha, and if you can imagine if you hadn't done that, then where you would be now, it's unimaginable. You know, it's just not possible to think where you might be. And you can see that in other people as well that are around you, either family members or other people you're trying to bring close to Gurudev, but they're just not ready. And so you're very fortunate to be where you are. And this is what we're doing today, is to acknowledge that good fortune and to appreciate that. And I think that's the least that we can do together. And I think Gurudev is pleased with that offering. I've got some inclination that he's happy with what we're doing. So let's carry on. So thank you, Shama Priyadi. So before we introduce our next guest, who is Narayani Didi from the USA, just like to read a little bit more. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed all his followers, do just two things, serve Vaishnavas and chant the holy names. Everyone can stay with his wife and children, all can work, go to school, college, become doctors and lawyers, no harm. However, chant Harinam and make a friendship with Sri Guru and Vaishnavas like they are members of your own family. It does not matter if your practice of bhajan and sadhana is not perfect. If we become the friends of the Suddha Vaishnavas, immediately we will be delivered from the material existence. This is the very simple process. Just chant. Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Jai 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 Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So like this, Parikshit Maharaj asked the following question to Shukadeva Goswami. The Brajavasis, especially the Gopis, never think that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They never say he is Parabrahma. They don't have any knowledge about this, yet the Brajavasis are the residents of the Lord's own abode. How they have achieved the Lord, having no knowledge about his opulences? Shukadeva Goswami Pad replied, the Brajavasis established a family relationship with Krishna. Lokik Sambandhavat Priti. And this is, I think, another example of our Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, our Gurudev, that he's always wanting this kind of a relationship. Yes, we have a respect of his position, his formal relationship with him, but he really loves this when we are affectionate to him and informal as well. So in this way, he gets to know us and we get to know him. And by doing that, he can instruct us more completely, more fully, and then we can make very quick progress. So like this, we try and pray that we can have this type of relationship. So I'd like to introduce Narayani Didi from the USA. I can't see her on screen. If she could make.
Haribol, Dandavats, my camera is not working at the moment. Is it okay if I just speak audio?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you for
joining
us and making yourself known. I don't know, forgive me that I don't know too much about you, so if you just say a few words to help us introduce yourself, that'll be really appreciated. Thank you very much, Didi. Hare Krishna.
Sure, Hare Krishna. Yes, I'll explain as I give my offering. Let me first start with my pranams. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Taismai Shri Gurve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Gaura Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Vana Iti Namane Vandeham Bhakti Chakoram Gauranga Nija Prashtitam Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Vanam Namostupyam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Shima Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Iti Namane. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Shri Keshava Priyatmane Shri Shima Bhakti Vedanta Vamana Iti Namane. Panchakalpatarvyuscha kripa sindhuva eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Just one suggestion. Somebody's giving if you come through your mobile camera on your phone. I don't know if that's possible.
Yes, but now I'm already.
Okay.
Next time. Thank you.
Okay.
First of all, thank you. I would like to give and offer my respectful obeisances unto my dear most Srila Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Asto Sarasata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vana Goswami Maharaj, and his sannyas initiating guru, and also my Param Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Sarasata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, as well as his Diksha initiating guru, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Sarasata Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vamana Goswami Maharaj. I would also like to give my respects to the entire Guru Varga and all senior devotees, Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and all respected guests. I would also like to express my gratitude to Kunjeshwari Didi for reaching out to me personally, for I am honored that she asked me to speak and offer Pushpanjali on this magical day celebrating our beloved Srila Gurudev together. So thank you, Didi. Very quickly, to introduce myself, I would like to explain how I met my Gurudev. My name is Narayani Devi Dasi. I live in Miami, Florida, and I'm a yoga teacher and organizer of many conscious events, retreats, and festivals. I met my Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vana Maharaj, back in March of 2016. I was managing a yoga studio at the time. The owners actually happened to be a disciple of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. She was out of town and told me that a Swami was coming to the studio for a program, and if I could organize the studio nicely for his arrival with flowers and cushions to sit on and organize prasadam and all of that. At this point, I was somewhat familiar with Bhakti, but I had never experienced nothing like this energy before. So brief background, I met the devotees in Miami through the yoga scene, mainly disciples of Srila Narayan Maharaj around 2015. At that time, I was a newly certified yoga instructor, and I recently became vegetarian that year, and I was attending Hare Krishna devotional Namahatma programs at a devotee's home. At this point, one disciple of our Srila Gurudev became my yoga instructor. His name is Jaya, or initiating name Madan Mohan. Whenever I came by to practice, he would ask me to offer incense or flowers to the altar and the deities named Sri Sri Radha Vinod Bihari. Later, I found out those deities were installed by our Srila Gurudev. Anyways, coming back to the meeting of my Gurudev, I was organizing this very program at the yoga studio, and Srila Bhaktivedanta Vana Maharaj arrived. With his eyes like lotus petals and a smile that lit up the darkness I was carrying, I asked one of the disciples that was there, actually, we all know her, Anuvilas Manjari, if I could get a spiritual name blessing. I thought I was only going to get the name, but I ended up getting full Harinam. I barely understood on an external level at the time what was going on, but I knew that my soul and my heart understood that this was something very, very special, and I just surrendered to the present moment. Briefly, Gurudev asked me, "Are you vegetarian?" I said, yes. He said, "For how long?" I said, "For at least 6 months." He asked, "Are you chanting?" I said, "Yes, I'm chanting, lots of kirtan and sometimes japa." He asked, "Do you have japa mala?" I said, "Yes, but I will take a new one from you." He asked how many rounds I'm chanting. I said, "I don't know." He said, "Try to chant at least 8 to 16 rounds. And then he said, "You preach to the people, bring me flowers." Flowers means devotees. And then open a preaching center in Miami. We also exchanged a few words about my background being from Brazil. I remember he got very, very excited, big, big smile, and happy to share with me that he has a temple in Brazil. He was so happy, and I felt this instant like family connection with Gurudev. 2018, our Gurudev bestowed upon me the mercy of Diksha initiation and Navadvip Parikram. And I also had the great fortune to complete Navadvip Parikram with Srila Gurudev in 2019 as well, and Jagannath Puri Dham. I observed his affectionate mood towards his disciples, so merciful, always checking if everyone had enough prasadam and if everyone was comfortable and okay, or if we needed anything. Ever since I met my Gurudev, he's come to Miami a few times, and every time he visits, the Sangha just keeps growing more and more and more. A lot of young devotees quite rapidly, and the devotees joining are chanting regularly and actually taking their spiritual life very seriously through his Shakti potency. Currently, the disciples of Srila Gurudev Miami are very enthusiastic, and we're coming together regularly, preaching to everyone through the yoga, music, and healing arts scene, and offering outreach opportunities and events for the public, such as Harinam Sankirtan, Namahatma programs, Bhagavad Gita study groups, and Harikatha programs, all by his mercy. At this time, currently, actually, Gurudev's disciples are very nicely serving Srimati Shamrani Didi, since we are fortunate to have our association for the next coming months. Normally, Srila Gurudev comes to Miami during this time, but since he was not be able to, we all truly feel in our hearts that he sent Didi for us to have association in the meantime, until he is able to come. That is how merciful our Srila Gurudev is, always thinking of his disciples. Gurudev is my well-wisher. Guru is my mother, my father, my Lord and Master. Without Shri Guru, there is no recourse in the samsara. A Guru who preaches is a direct bona fide representative of Vyasadeva. First of all, what is the meaning of Vyas? Vyas means whole. So if a circle is drawn and divided into 2 half circles through a line connecting the center point and the circumference, this line is called Ardha Vyas, means a line like a diameter line going up and down, which touches these points. Similarly, Srila Vyasadeva touched all the glories of Sri Krishna, who is the center of existence, and brought these glories everywhere. This is a metaphor for our disciplic succession. Vyed Vyas is an incarnation of Krishna, or splitter of the Vedas, who spoke the Mahabharata and Kapal the Vedas. This is Krishna Tattva, and from this line it is coming down to our level all the way to our Srila Gurudev. So the real Vyasa Puja I've learned is to surrender oneself completely at the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and to fulfill his desires. So today on this Vyasa Puja Day, I express my topmost gratitude to my Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, and to the whole Guru Parampara. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu once said, and please forgive me for my pronunciation, E ami deha samar pilam tomar Krishna pada pada mera amrita raspana amar karo tumi nei chahitan. O Gurudev, I have surrendered my body and everything that is mine at your lotus feet. I shall follow your every instruction. My only wish is to receive your merciful benediction by which you kindly make me drink the transcendental nectar of Sri Krishna's lotus feet. And what is the truly highest, most desired attainment in this world? It is the service unto the lotus feet of the divine couple, Sri Sri Radha Krishna. And because of our Gurudev's unlimited causeless mercy, I have direct access to offer this service and one day may be able to attain this Krishna Prem. My Guru is giving me the process in which to obtain pure bhakti. Gurudev would say, you have to fix your mind on the goal and then you can perform bhajan and saran. If you want to go someplace, first you have to decide your destination and then you buy the ticket. So what is the destination? Krishna Prem. Our great fortune is that we come in this very parampara or succession of bona fide gurus that is comprised of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Swarup Damodar, Sri Ramanand Roy, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Vishnavat Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami, Prabhupada, Srila Vamana Maharaj, Srila Narayan Maharaj, and my Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vana Maharaj and his god brothers. So only by the succession of bona fide gurus is the conception of service to Sri Radha and Sri Krishna, especially as a maidservant of Srimati Radhika, acknowledged as the topmost goal. Gurudev is now preaching around the world under the shelter instructions of Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, and we're so fortunate to have his mercy. I'm grateful that I'm able to access his Harikatha daily, wherever he is, anywhere, every day. Guru is the knife that has the potency to cut through the veil of illusion, and I'm so fortunate to have such a bona fide master that I feel is completely in line with our Guru Varga and disciplic succession. He's continuously preaching the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am forever indebted to my Srila Gurudev for bestowing upon me his unwavering compassion and showering me with his mercy. It is because of him that I am one step closer to being saved from drowning in this pool of material existence. So I would like to close in the words of our 6 Goswamis. I offer pranams to Sri Guru, by whose abundant mercy I have obtained the topmost name of Sri Hari and Diksha mantras. I offer pranams unto Srila Gurudev, who awards all spiritual perfection, who is the embodiment of all auspiciousness and who bestows all happiness. I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death, which is full of misery, and I'm being devoured by the crocodiles and sharks of lust, anger, greed, desires, and so forth. Please deliver me, O Gurudev, O most worshipful Sri Guru. You are the shelter of living beings of this world. I am burned by the fire of material existence and devoured by time. Thus I have come to take shelter of you. O Gurudev, you bestow transcendental knowledge and you are the friend of the fallen. You are a resident of Vrindavan and the incarnation of auspiciousness. You preach about Sri Radha's love for Sri Krishna. Please be merciful to me. Jai Gurudev. And if it's possible to have a few more moments, I would just like to sing my Gurudev's favorite bhajan, Asraya Koriyo Vando, but I'm not sure if we have time.
Yes, we have time. You have 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So I will sing that. Asraya Koriyo Vando, Shri Guru Charana, Yaha hoite mile bai, Krishna Premadana. Jivera nistara lagi Nanda Sutahari Bhuvane Prakasahana Guru Rupadari Mahimaya Guru Krishna Eka Kori Jana Guru Agnya Hirde Sabha Satya Kori Mana Satya Gyane Guru Vakya Chahara Visvasa Avasya Tahara Hoye Prajabhume Vasa Chara Prati Guru Deva Hana parasana kona vekna sehanai yaha avasana. Krishna rustahale guru raki pare pare. Guru rastahale Krishna raki pare nare. Guru mata guru pita guru hanapati. Guru vina e samsare nahi aragati. Guru ke manusyo gyana nakaro kakona. Guru ninda kobe kane nakara shravan. Guru nindukera mukha kabe na haribe. Yata hoye guru ninda tatana joibe. Guru ra vikriya yadi dekha kakona. Tatapi avagyanahi koro kadachana. Guru pada padme rohe jara nishtapati. Jagatarite sei tare mahasakti. Hena guru pada padma koraha vandana. Yaha hoite kuche bai sakala yantrana. Guru pada padma nitya yekore vandana. Shire dari vandi ami tahara charana. Shri Guru Charana Padma Hirte Kori Asha. Guru Vandana Kore Sanatana Dasa. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Patita Pavana Srila Guru Dev, Patita Pavana Srila Guru Dev. Jai, thank you.
Just very quickly, Didi, if you wouldn't mind reading the translation to that kirtan, it's very potent.
Yes, I'd be honored to. Thank you. Starting from the beginning. So I'm reading this from the KK songs, okay? So it might have a different translation because I'm on my computer. Hold on. Having sought refuge, I bow at Sri Guru's feet, from which, O brother, one gains the wealth of Krishna Prem. To redeem the Jivas, Nanda's son Hari appears in the world in the likeness of Sri Guru. Guru and Krishna are glorified as one, and so the Guru's order should always be taken to heart, knowing it is Satya. Whoever has deep faith in the Guru's utterances as Satya Gyan certainly dwells in Vrajabhumi. Whoever courts Sri Gurudev's pleasure, no impediment can cause him harm. If Krishna gets angry, Sri Guru can protect, but if Guru gets angry, Sri Krishna will neglect. Guru is mother, Guru is father, Guru is Lord and master. Without Sri Guru, there is no recourse in this samsara. Never look upon Sri Guru as a worldly man, and never lend your ears to Guru Nind. Never even look in the face of them that speak ill of Guru, and avoid the place where Guru Ninda is heard. Even if you see some misconduct in Sri Guru, never disregard him for it. One who thus cleaves to Guru's lotus feet with firm devotion carries with him the great power to deliver the world. Bow to such a Guru's lotus feet, O brother, thereby all afflictions cease. Whoever bows to Sri Guru's lotus feet every day, taking his feet upon my head, I salute him. Hoping to retain Guru's lotus feet within his heart, Sanatan Das makes Guru Vandana.
Just a question from that in your translation on verse 8, where it says Manushya Jana. Can you tell me how it's spelled? The Jana, is it Gyana or Jana?
Number 8.
Yeah.
It's spelled
J.
like Gyana, J and A with a line and A.
So it's Jana. It means the personality, like Manushya, Jan in Bengali. rather than Gyan, it's not Gyan, it's Jana.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so it's just,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And,
Yes, I never did this before, so I had to write it down and, you know. But
It's fine. Thank you for sharing with us those realizations. And we may have met you in that year we came to the yoga studio. I don't know if you remember. We were in Miami with Anuvilasini. Maybe it might have been a different year, but we certainly came to the yoga center with Shri Gurudev. Please pay our obeisances to Anuvilasini Didi and all the devotees there.
Miami.
And we hope again to, and Shamarani Didi also. And we hope to be with you soon. Please mention our names to her. And we send her pronouns. Thank you, Didi.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Vancha kalpatrubhyasya kripasindhubhyavcha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo
namo namaha.
Hare Krishna. Just before I ask Damodar Prabhu from Holland, we'll have a little verse reading from the Vyas Puja book, and then we'll watch the video that Damodar Prabhu's family has produced as his offering, and also hear him speak. So in this world, Shri Guru accepts his disciples and feels so much love and affection for him. Gurudev thinks he belongs to me. Shri Guru will give the treasure of his own heart to his disciple. But if we commit offenses to the spiritual master, this treasure will be lost. So when we receive initiation, we must make 3 promises. Never give up Guru, never give up Harinam, and never criticize any Vaishnavas. The Vaishnavas have an intimate relationship with, the Brajavasis have an intimate relationship with Krishna and always think Govinda is our life and soul. To practice bhajan and sadhan means to be fully absorbed in Krishna with such a mood of intimacy. In Manashiksha, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami prays to his own mind, Shloka 3, O mind, just listen to me. If you desire residence in Braj and if you desire directly to serve the divine youthful couple, then birth after birth always remember and bow down with great love to Sri Sarup Damodar Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami and his elder brother Sri Sanatan Goswami, and to all their associates and followers. And we know this between us, we know that our Gurudev always says, never give up Shri Guru, never give up Shri Harinam, and never criticize any Vaishnavas, and always chant Harinam. So this is very beautiful. And we also heard the Ashray Koriya Bandhu song by Sri Sanatan Goswami, very beautiful. Thank you. So if Kunjeshwari could play the video by Damodar Prabhu and his family.
So Damodar Prabhu and his family made this video for Gurudev for his appearance day. It's short, very sweet drama. Excuse me, can you hear the video?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's better than, can I show you after the Damodar speaks?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
So if we go over to Damodar Prabhu, excuse us for that technical hitch. Kunjeshwar is just sorting that out. If we go back on screen.
Where is Damodar Prabhu?
Damodar Prabhu, you there?
Yes.
Have you got your video on? Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
Oh,
nice, nice background.
oh wow.
It looks like Gurudev's going to swallow you up.
I hope so for one day.
It's projected on your wall, or is that a poster? Or is
It's
it,
a background in Zoom.
Okay, Zoom background. Thank you very much. If you'd like to make your offering, if I introduce you first, of course, you're a lovely family from Holland, and Gurudev loves you very much, and you love Gurudev very much also, I've seen. he is always embracing your children, giving them hugs, and they love that very much. And it's like an electric shock when he does that, but it gives you so much life and energy that you take, you know, that energy from him, and you can survive on that and nothing else, right?
Yeah, learn from many nice programs.
And you've had very nice programs at your home, so which we have attended also. We're missing you very much and hope to be with you soon again
And did you
with
sing for
Gurudev.
us
And
nicely?
always Gurudev's asking Lily to sing a bhajan or two. And she has a nice voice. Maybe she can offer a bhajan later in the coming programs. Thank you very much, Damodar Prabhu.
Thank you. Starting off with a glorification mantra of Sri Guru. Om Gyanti Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksuruntam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhika Itadale Krishna Krishna Bhaktai Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prasthai Bhutale Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Vani Iti Namine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer my unlimited, humble, dandavats pranams, my obeisances to my Gurudev, the one who's holding my hand very firmly, Om Vishnu Pada, Astotra Sata, Srila Bhaktivedanta Van Goswami Maharaj. I'd like to offer my dandavats pranam to the whole Guru Varga, to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and to all the devotees. Actually, I'm absolutely not qualified to instruct, nor do I understand the heart of my Guru. So I beg that one day I can please him, and I have the hope that this day will come. But one thing I know, and that's even though I'm the lowest of the lowest and don't have any proper behavior, it's because of my Gurudev's mercy that I got the opportunity to glorify him. So I beg him that my tongue will be purified a little bit. So Kunjeshwari Didi invited me to glorify my Gurudev for his appearance day. And actually, I hope that we will keep glorifying our Gurudev in this way during the whole year and in the future. For me, this was the best way to start the Western year, the new year. So thank you, Kunjeshwari Didi and Jamuna Didi and Anand Mohan Prabhu for hosting everything. And I followed the last two glorification moments, and of course of today. And with every experience the devotees shared, my smile got bigger and bigger. The way you shared your experience from your heart was like I was there with you and with Gurudev. So much detailed information about my Guru, so much nectar about my Gurudev. It was so inspiring. Thank you for these teachings. And by your mercy, I hope to understand the heart of my Gurudev. So Gurudev spoke in one of his lectures about Guru. Guru is the backbone of Bhakti. He talked about Guru Nishta and Guru Bhakti. So this Guru Bhakti, Bhakti means devotional service. And in one lecture of my Param Gurudev, Nityalila Parishtam Vishnu Pada Sutra Sata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he said in that lecture that Guru is heavier than God. So that was one point, and another point is that Guru, our Gurudev, in another lecture, he said we should serve Guru with mind, body, and speech to reach the end goal. And why I'm saying this, because it was so nice to hear about my Gurudev from devotees like you all who have given their life in service for our Gurudev. Hearing and seeing all the devotees all over the world, you are actually showing me what Guru Bhakti means or should look like. So I would like to give my deepest respect from the core of my heart to all of you. And limited by my vision and limited by my senses, I think this maybe looks like the mercy of Guru. And not only that, we have the topmost example. Like a few days ago, one devotee asked our Gurudev, what is the best gift we can give you for your birthday? And without hesitation, immediately, without any delay, Gurudev smiled and said, spread Harikatha all over the world. So that triggered me. I read a phrase in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu where Srila Rupa Goswami says that he's just trying to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. And he humbly thinks very unfit for this work. So in the same Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, that's written that this should be the attitude of all preachers of Krishna consciousness and should be following the footsteps of Srila Rupa Goswami. And we should never think ourselves to be great preachers, but we should always consider that we are simply instruments to the previous acharyas by following their footsteps. And we may able to do something for the benefit, for the suffering of humanity. In this way, like Gurudev gave the answer in a second. This is, I think, the mood of my Gurudev. So he's always engaged into service for his Guru. He's never taking credits for his own. He's always glorifying his Gurudev and the previous acharyas. And he's spreading Krishna consciousness. Like my god brother said, he's like a lion. He's spreading it and spreading it. And that's because he knows and he realizes what the real medicine is for the suffering of humanity. Having that said about my Gurudev, I would like to share one of my experiences with my Gurudev. So this was in India, and by the arrangement of my Gurudev, after Parikram, I was given the opportunity to go with him to Puri by bus. And I sat on my place, and suddenly I got the opportunity, by the mercy of my Gurudev, to hold a really big vigraha of Mahaprabhu for the whole journey. So I was like, okay, I have to hold it. And the whole trip, I didn't sleep because I was afraid I would let go of Mahaprabhu. I mean, in that same way, I have slept my whole life until Gurudev came into my life and guided me. So again, from the core of my heart, I pray that I will never let go of my Guru. Coming back to the bus trip, we arrived in Puri and we stayed at the mutt. So Gurudev is our father, and fathers take care of their children. And Gurudev arranged a really nice sleeping place for all of his devotees and me. And we had everything. We had a good room, we had a bed, we had a showering place, we had Western water closets, everything. So when I saw all those things, I became very happy because I'm spoiled. You know, I live here in the Netherlands. I was born over here, and I just need those things. So that happened. And one day, one of the devotees who knows Gurudev very well was worried about Gurudev's health and came to me and said, you should massage Gurudev because we think it's good for him. You just go and ask Gurudev to massage him. And I was like, okay, I grabbed this seva with both hands and made it my mission. So I went looking for Gurudev. Gurudev, where are you? Gurudev, where are you? And I was searching for Gurudev, and eventually I found Gurudev. And when I found Gurudev, I requested him, Gurudev, can I give a massage? Because we just came from Parikram and the bus trip to Puri took so long, and maybe it would be good for Gurudev. So Gurudev looked at me. I think we all know how Gurudev looks when he's watching. So Gurudev looked at me and he agreed. I was like, okay. And at that point, I realized when we, in this case, the other devotee, he was very concerned about Gurudev. When we want to do something sincerely for our Gurudev, and we go and ask him, and Gurudev actually doesn't need it. He still gives it to us. He still gives us his mercy to let us do that seva. So that was very nice for me to see. Okay, the moment came that I had to go to Gurudev and give him his massage. And the place where Gurudev was sleeping was divided in two areas. I walked into his room and I went in one of the area. There was a bed and I sat aside his bed. So at one point, he called me from the other area and asked me, what are you doing there? I sleep over here. Other devotees sleep in that area. A little bit confused, I went to the other area where Gurudev was. And at that point, my heart shattered. It broke like into million of pieces, and I had to bite on my lips and teeth not to shed tears, because there where Gurudev had arranged everything for his devotees and me, and all the nice things, the sleeping places, he's cooking for us, he's giving us prasadam, he's showing us how to do everything. My Gurudev, he slept on the floor, on the hard concrete floor, with only a sheet and not even a mattress. So I did my seva, and the seva that Gurudev had arranged for me, and in my mind and heart, I was like disturbed. So after my seva, I went back to the nice room, Western water closets, and I didn't sleep very well, knowing it. My Gurudev, at his age and with his pain and his health, was sleeping on the floor. But at the same time, another thing that what I saw is that Gurudev, he showed me at that time how powerful he is, how caretaking he is, how humble he is. He's giving everything to us. So when I was there, I filmed the room where Gurudev was sleeping on the floor, and once in a while, actually every day when I'm wandering off this path, then I watch the movie and think, oh yeah, this is bringing me back to basic. Yeah? And this is an experience I carry for the rest of my life. And that is what my Gurudev was teaching me. And I know I heard about it, but I don't know what it is. Maybe this is Guru Lila, I don't know. So I would like to conclude my glorification by sharing one event that happened after the Mahabharata. After the war, all the 5 Pandavas were thinking to themselves that they were the cause of the victory. Arjun was talking that he was very good in his archery skills. Bhim did the same thing of his clubbing skills. And each of the Pandavas taught himself that it was because of them the victory of the Mahabharata war came, they achieved. So Krishna was there too, and Krishna said, oh Pandavas, please don't be so proud of yourselves. The one who knows who is the real winner can be told by Barbaric. And Barbaric has seen the whole battle from a distance. And Krishna said, okay, let's go to Barbaric and ask him. When they came to Barbaric, they asked, because of which Pandav did we achieve victory? And then Barbaric smiled. He said, oh Pandavas, you have only achieved the victory in this war because of Lord Krishna's plans and policies. And Barbaric said and this is like a real nice imagination, he could see hover the Sudarshan Chakra above the battlefield, and where the Sudarshan Chakra was breaking the Kauravas' army into pieces. And hearing all this, the Pandavas became ashamed of themselves and started begging for forgiveness. So in this way, I think and I know that Gurudev is arranging everything. Yeah, he is the one who's hovering. We can see him here. He's here. He's hovering above us. And I may think, oh, I'm doing this seva or that seva, or he has a better seva. But it's all mercy of Gurudev. We should accept and be happy that we can have the mercy of Gurudev. And just like written in the Bhakti Amrit Sindhu, we are just instruments. Yeah? And when I hear the story of Barbaric, I constantly remind myself that I shouldn't be proud of any achievement because I'm just an instrument. Yeah? Gurudev is creating such a nice platform for us to do our bhajan and sadhana. He's connecting everything. He's bringing everything together. And it's up to me to grab that chance and follow the instructions of my Gurudev. So coming to the end, I pray and beg that one day I can be like devotees like you all to serve my Gurudev. And the way you serve is like your life depends on it. And one day, I hope that one day I will please my Gurudev, who's giving everything to his Guru, to this material world, to us. He's the topmost example. He's teaching us by example. So it means Acharya. Yeah? Thank you very much. Please forgive me for my shortcomings. If I have made any offense or hurt someone with my words or said something incorrect, please forgive me. And if there was anything good in my glorification, then this is because of my Srila Gurudev. To the devotees, thank you for listening and giving me the opportunity to glorify my Srila Gurudev, and all glories to Srila Gurudev. Vanchakal Sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Thank you very much.
Very useful offering and very full of realizations, and such a personal offering as well in your journey with Srila Gurudev. And I'm sure there's so many more stories like that you could tell, and we look forward to hearing them more and more all the time. I hope you're keeping a notebook.
I don't understand that one.
Do you keep a notebook of your realization pastimes with Gurudev?
Yes, I write everything. Yeah, like a digital notebook.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
Look forward to that. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Which of the 5 Pandavas are you?
I'm none of them. I'm just I'm I'm not even human.
No, you and
I'm just trying to become human.
No. You and Madan Mohan, you both have very strong bodies. Gurudev likes your massages. When I massage him, he says, oh, it's no good. You call Madan Mohan or you call Damodar Prabhu. They can massage properly because they have the strength. Do you remember how Gurudev likes his massage from spine downwards?
Yes. And he's very strong. When you touch him, you feel like power.
Yeah, he's got his body is very his muscles are tense.
Yes.
So he's of course from traveling, etc. But he likes to have that area of his back massaged quite strongly with the ends of the thumb, right?
Yes. And because of his bicycling every day to get water. Yeah. In the heat, everything. So thank you very much again, everybody.
Thank you very much. And where is your family now?
They're downstairs. We when the glorification is, we connect on the TV, and there then you get echo sound, and maybe they to actually I will beg them to do some glorification too for.
We'd like to see them.
We will see them on the video.
We'll see them on the video, of course, but to see them in person also is nice, and for them to be able to share with us something would be very nice, very personal, very sweet, because I know Gurudev loves them very much, and we would like to share in that love of Gurudev. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You can tell them we miss them very much.
I will tell them. I will tell them.
Thank you. If you get that video. Hare Krishna.
Please let me know if you hear the video. No? Oh my, I don't know what's wrong. I play it in a different ways. Sorry, I think I cannot show. Maybe if Damodar Prabhu has it on his computer, maybe he can try, because I think some settings are wrong on mine.
No, I don't have. Maybe you can do it from Facebook.
Okay, I tried last time from Facebook.
Damodar Prabhu, it might be an idea to get the children and family together and to perform it live.
Yeah, we had lots of takes to do this. I think we were busy for 2 days.
Okay, I'm trying now. Just let me know if you hear the sound.
Okay.
No?
Nothing is happening.
You have to turn the other one off because the other screen. Okay, we still don't have the sound.
Okay, so sorry then, something wrong with my computer.
Damodar Prabhu, do you accept our apologies?
No, it was actually, we didn't know that this would happen. It was Kunjeswari's Didi's idea to do this. So
No.
apologies from my side.
No, and we're all trying our best, and Kunjeshwar is trying our best. I'm sure your desires are sincere as well. Maybe we can catch up with it to try again another time. We did see it ourselves personally, and we heard the sound was fine. We heard the whole script, and it was very uh, enlightening to see. It was about the meaning of life, because you're like you were saying in your offering, you were saying everything is perfect. We have all the material facilities, car, house, family, health, wealth, prospects. You have everything. But then your daughter is asking, is this everything to life? And then, well, you answer that question by a search. And through your search, you come to Gurudev. And then in your presentation, you hold, each member of the family holds out their hand, and then they surrender to Gurudev, and you find Gurudev, and he is now part of your life. And this, I think, this is the action we are meant to see and hear on the video. If we can see it later, we'll try. But I hope I've summarized it briefly.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarvyascha kripasindhubheva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Share the last part.
So before we hear Kunjeshwari did his offering, we'll share this last part from the Vyasa Puja book on page 24. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains in Antilila 5, verse 132. Chaitanya Bhaktar Ganera Nitya Kare Sangha Tabeta Janive Siddhanta Sumudra Taranga. So Swarup Damodar said, associate regularly with the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for then only will you understand the waves of the ocean of devotional service. Always associate with Mahaprabhu's devotees, for this will bring all Tattva Siddhanta, conceptions of the scriptures, into your heart. Especially in this dark age of Kali, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the very personification of magnanimity and munificence. He doesn't discriminate as to who is qualified to receive his mercy and who is not. Nityanand Prabhu, with a straw in his teeth, said, "Oh my brother and sisters, just chant Gaura's holy names. In this age, Kali, by Gaura's Sundar's mercy, all can be delivered from the ocean of material existence." It is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, while chanting the holy names, one should avoid the 10 offenses, Namaprad. Those who chant the holy names committing offenses will not get Harinam's mercy. But the personification of the divine love, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, will give everything to us. While chanting Gaura Nitai's names, no offense is considered. Simply chant Gaura 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 He.
Nitai, 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 he. Gora, 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 he. Nitai, 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 nitai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Kunjeshwari Didi.
So Hare Krishna, everyone.
I have to introduce you.
Yes.
If I may introduce Kunjeshwari Didi,
Okay.
although she needs no introduction. Again, the darling daughter of Srila Gurudev's, and her inspiration to have this satsang, online satsang, is Gurudev is very pleased with, and has been instructing her and sharing those instructions with us as how it should be done, and the procedure as well. And we totally forgot today to ring the bell, because initially you can't hear the bell anyway, but today nobody exceeded their time limits and everything went very smoothly by Gurudev's mercy. So Kunjeshwari Didi is in Lithuania. She also has paintings that she offers to Srila Gurudev to be used in his books, and she's designing and also editing on the computer videos and writing the script titles for them, and also many other services that she does. And she comes in the kitchen with Jamuna to cook in India whenever she washes the pots there as well. And so we're very happy to introduce her, to give her Pushpanjali to Shri Gurudev.
Thank you very much. So first, I feel very grateful actually for these 3 days, because from the one point of view, you can think, oh, what is this? It's only a Zoom meeting, a few hours, so it's online, so maybe it's nothing special. But actually, at least for me, it's very, very special. And I also believe that for many other devotees, it also became very special, because the feeling when we meet like this and we speak, it's the same as we together in Parikram, or when we meet usually all together there, or in some travel with Gurudev. So the feeling is like this. And it's actually so much nice to remember and to feel this warmth from everybody, because especially this time, long time, we did not travel, did not see each other. So at least myself, I feel very lonely. So this was just really amazing experience. So I'm very grateful for everyone who agreed to speak and come and share their hearts, and also so openly, like not hiding anything, not officially just saying some facts, but actually speaking from their heart, like some personal things. And Gurudev, yesterday also we had the fortune of Gurudev coming into the meeting and speaking 5 minutes. And actually while speaking, he mentioned first this shlok, Janame Janame Sabe Pita Mata Poi, Krishna Guru Nahi Mile, Bhaja Hariye. So he told the shlok that actually what is the meaning of this, that we get our parents every birth. So every birth, in every species of life, we have our mother and father. So we get this according to our karma. But who is our real mother and father? This is our Gurudev. He is our real well-wisher. Because even the love of the parents in this world is considered the most high example of love exhibited. But actually, Shri Gurudeva's love is much more than this. And all of us know, even though like we are from different families, some of us have very nice families from birth. Others may be in different situation, like according to our karma. But all of us, doesn't matter how what we have in this material life, still this Gurudev's love and affection, it's undescribable, and it's much more than anything in this world can give us, actually. Because Gurudev is our well-wisher, and there is these two things he also says in his katha. There is Shreya and Preya. So Preya is this which is dear to us, which we want maybe, which we like, and Shreya, it's actually what is good for us. Because myself, and I think most of us, like we don't know what is actually good for us. That's why we come in the samsara and drowning more and more. And also how Gurudeva says that, what is your problem? Like you're coming to me with all of this, your problems, oh, my husband, my wife, this and that, or any other problems. But who create these problems? Actually you. And why we create these problems? Because we think that, oh, now I will be happy, like this will happen and my life will be successful. But then after this, even more and more and more problems come, and we drown more and more and more deep. And Gurudev, he mercifully gives his instructions through his Harikatha, and he actually stops us mercifully, or trying to stop us from this misconceptions and from going down. And sometimes we don't listen to him. That is the problem, at least for me. Gurudeva tells everything, but it's very difficult to listen and practice this. So if we would listen and practice what Gurudeva say and what he actually practiced in his life himself, because he's the perfect example how he's serving his Gurudev, completely dedicated all his life and all the Guru Parampara. So actually he's the greatest example how one's life can become successful in all of the ways. So if we would follow him, I think we can also get everything in life. But actually this is the question of sincerity and Sukriti, I guess, as well, how much we can accept it. And one funny thing that actually I opened my Giti Gucha, and here inside I find a flyer. You see, actually this is from Brighton. I don't know which year, actually, maybe a few years ago. And
Yeah,
and here, can you tell Anang Mahaprabhu, is this Gurudeva's writing?
it looks like it. Looks like it.
Yeah,
Just send me a
because
snapshot. I can't see it so clear. I can't see it
okay,
clear.
I'll send a Snapchat, but it's quite funny because somehow I got this. I don't remember how, and I was wondering, is this your writing or Gurudev's? Because it seems a little bit like Gurudev's.
Yeah.
It's written 3 weeks ending. Then 3 weeks, this program ends. Very sweet. I just saw, and nice to remember all these times with Gurudev, because these moments, it's just the best moments in life. It's with Gurudev when he sings kirtan, when we sit in his Harikatha, and it seems that this one moment, it could stop like this. For example, when Gurudeva sings something, it seems this moment couldn't stop, and then, you know, just to stop, and I could get stuck in this moment forever and just like this and finished and just be like this all the time in that one moment. Because actually this is like true happiness. Of course, this is maybe, how to say, sense gratification, isn't it? In that, oh, I want to be all the time in this kirtan with Gurudev, but this is really the best happiness of all. So I don't know how long time I speak already. Maybe the time finished.
6 minutes only.
You have another
10 minutes.
If you want.
Yeah, so basically just Gurudev is really very merciful with everyone. And as a real sadhu, every real sadhu, true bona fide guru, they are so simple and so merciful that they give opportunity to everyone, even one is not qualified, stupid nonsense, young, and don't have proper etiquette. Gurudev still gives his mercy and gives a chance to serve and develop sukriti like this. As Gurudev, he tells this story all the time about Gopa Kumar, how his Gurudev, what his name was? Jana Sarma? How his Gurudev Jana Sarma, actually when Gopa Kumar first, or yeah, I think it was like this, that he was bringing milk to him all the time.
Yes. Yes.
It was Gopa Kumar, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so his Gurudev asked Gopa Kumar to bring him milk every day. And why he was asking? Because he wanted his disciple actually to collect sukriti. Not just he wants to drink milk, but actually he wants to collect the sukriti for disciple out of his mercy. So I feel Gurudev is also doing like this all the time with us, at least with me, and he's so merciful. Yes, so I think that's it. Actually, if there is time at the end, I could play some bhajan, but let me know, because otherwise we can just finish it.
No, there's time.
Yes. Thank you for that, Dini. You can speak also in the other days and add more to your offering, as you have a lot of experience with Srila Gurudev. I was thinking if there was anybody else that's here present and want to say anything spontaneously, please don't hesitate to share with us. Yeah. You might like to say something how you met Gurudev, Kunjeshwari?
Well, I have met him first in Lithuania, first time, because I was some years already in ISKCON. So I was there living in some ashram, but actually I never fit there. I never fit in. And it was such a pain for me because I wanted to get this Krishna consciousness. I wanted to do more something, but I felt like I cannot offer my heart there. And when I heard that Srila Gurudev is coming to Lithuania, I became very happy because I thought, oh, it's some Indian guru. He must be real. Like, he must be real. I should go. So I came there and I did not know anybody. I saw Gurudev. I did not understand what he say, anything. I just liked the kirtan very much. And afterwards, I was very surprised that everyone was circling around Srila Gurudev. And I was thinking, oh, I never saw a sannyasi like this, who speaks with everyone so freely. And then he asked my name. So anyhow, he left the Lithuania. And second time I met him in London. Also by the mercy of God, really, I somehow was able to be there. And Yamuna Didi was there, and Ananga Mahaprabhuji was there, and they took care of me so nicely because I had no money. I did not know anybody, and I was just like, but they helped me to arrange everything. I was able to travel with Gurudev all the places by the mercy of devotees of Gurudev. And then Gurudev gave me Harinam and Diksha later in Vrindavan, because also Gangamatas were very merciful to me, because I was staying in their shelter for a year or so, and they brought me to India actually. Yeah, so.
You were saying about being like this all the time. I was thinking the spiritual world being in the eternal presence, where there is no past and there is no future. There is only now. So this is the aspiration of the jiva, to always be in the eternal presence of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna and their maidservants and their associates, and to always feel that bliss and happiness. And this is simple living and high thinking. This is a nice aspiration. Thank you very much, Didi. So if you'd like to offer kirtan to finish the program, then we can catch up again on the tomorrow, 5th and 6th. So we have 2 more programs. And on the 6th, we have Uma Didi and Savita Didi,
Uttam
Prabhu.
And who else? Kunjashwari Didi?
Yes, Savita Didi, Uma Didi, and Uttam Prabhu. For now, that's it. But maybe some more will join. Somebody maybe.
Maybe Gurudev. Maybe Srila Gurudev.
Trying to get him again.
So, this would be wonderful on this Vyasa Puja day to have Srila Gurudev's Harikatha.
Yeah, let's hope. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry.
No, nothing. Sorry.
Could I start the bhajan?
Yes.
Okay, so Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande 343 in the small books Giti Guchas. Sorry, just Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Manasa Madhukaram Arpaya Nijapada Pankajamakarande Manasa Madhukaram Arpaya Nijapada Pankajamakarande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Yatapi Shamadishu Vidirapi Pashyati Natavanaka Gramarichim Yatapi Shamadishu Vidirapi Pashyati Natavanaka Gramarichim Idami Chaminisham Yatavachuta Tatapi Kripa Bhutavichem Idami Chaminisham Yatavachuta Tatapi Kripa Bhutavichem Bhakti Rudachati Yatapi Madhava Natvai Mamadvila Matri Bhakti Rudachati भजति अतपि माधव न त्वयि मम तिलमात्रे परमेश्वरता ततपि तवाधिक दुर्गत गत न विधात्रे हि परमेश्वरता तथापि तवाधिक दुर्गत गत न विधात्रे कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे अयमविलोलदयाद्य सनातन कलितभूतरसभारम् अयमविलोलदयाद्य सनातन कलितभूतरसभारम् निवसतु नित्यमिहामृतनेन्दिनि विन्दनमधुरिमसारम् निवसतु नित्यमिहामृतनेन्दिनि बृन्दनमधुरिमसारम् कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे मनमानसमधुकरम् अर्पय निजपद पङ्कजमकरन्दे कृष्ण हे 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 जय श्री राधे श्याम. Yes, so I guess that's it.
Thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarvyasya kripasindhubhyacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo.
You can announce the program for
Yeah.
tomorrow.
And tomorrow's program?
Can you announce the program for tomorrow, please?
Yes, so the program tomorrow is the same time as today. And we have more different speakers now also from Brazil. So eager to listen from them as well. And as Sananga Mohan Prabhuji said, also there is one program on 6th planned with Uma Didi, Savita Didi and Uma Prabhu. So please follow. Actually, I will share in the Jai Gurudev group, WhatsApp, as well as on Facebook. Yeah, so thank you very much. And thank you for Anang Mohan Prabhu and Yamuna Didi also.
Thank you for engaging us and making our life more valuable than it would have been otherwise. Thank you. And if you could share the link to the video that we couldn't hear, if devotees can contact you personally, because once we close, then the chat will also close and they won't be able to pick up the link from the chat.
It's on Facebook. She can post
You can
it.
put it
It's
on-
on Facebook.
It's on
Yeah,
Facebook.
sure. I can actually share it now, I think, with everyone. Quick.
Oh, the cow.
Which cow?
I know the lamb is
It is Surabhi Devi. I'm
Surabhi cow.
want to share.
Okay, just share the cow.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Is there a story behind the cow?
I don't know how to speak tomorrow, Prabhuji, because so many stories and I'm listening like an ocean. And so many.
No, the story about the cow that you're showing. Is there a story with the cow?
Monkeys and many more.
There's a story of...
Maybe tomorrow Ananda Pradayini Didi could sing one kirtan as well. Yeah?
I will try.
I didn't know she could sing as well.
She sings so beautifully.
I thought she could only paint.
He's teasing you.
Okay, so the link of the video is in the message now in the chat.
Okay. If anybody would like to pick that up now, so you can save it. Chandrika Didi hasn't done her offering.
No,
He's
not
doing
yet.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow she's on the list. Okay. I haven't seen the list for tomorrow. So you're on
Would it be okay if I sing a bhajan tomorrow or the next day, please?
Yeah, Conjeshwari Didi.
Sure.
That'd be okay. Thanks.
Okay.